Get it right, you know. Like we get it right, you know. Look like we get it right. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look like we get it right, people. Good night. Good night. Good night. Drop all of them links, you know. Mm-hmm. One more link for drop. Give people them some time for coming, you know. Mm-hmm. Everything's set. That is it. Let them know so we're live right now. You know. One Rosie, you know. One Rose. Share that one, yeah. Alright. Good night again. What you guys doing? Let me know where you guys are watching from. Please let me know where you guys are watching from. Where in the world are you right now? Where in the world you at? Where you at? Where you at? How is your weekend going? That's what we really want to know. Hope your family is good, you know what I'm saying? 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 Mm-hmm. Hope everybody good. Let me just share this a little bit. Alright. Whoop. That is it. Alright, let's go to it. Yeah man, like and share the video. What's up, Judith? How are you? Kingston, Jamaica in the building. That is it. Kingston, Jamaica in the building. Mm-hmm. Well, there it is. Got him.
As the world turns. One thing with me, you know, me talk up to people and me try to know people. Me not stay like you. We're running into people and I know people. Me try to know people. So when me have a Judas, me know where to keep the Judas and where the Judas must stay. You don't know your Judas them.
My God.
Donovan Williams. You don't know your Judas them. Because all the people them where you are talk to, them are talk to me. All of them where you are talk to, them are talk to me. And all the things that you have done in this constituency, Donovan, me know. Me know, worthless Donovan. Bitch, Donovan.
Mighty God.
Worthless Donovan. Me know your file.
No,
me
man.
know your file. You understand that? Worthless Donovan. Croft Donovan. Me know your file. Mongrel Donovan.
No, man.
Me know your file. Donovan when I come from the way. And the man them up at Tower Hill used to rob the yappies them and feed you and your family. And frighten you never angle money in your life. Yeah. And you see all of them vice smoker, fuck with me. And see if me not let them go in at the public. Leave me alone, Donovan. You hear me? I warn you. Mongrel Donovan, leave me alone.
Wow.
I frighten you know. You forgot that when you come into the constituency, you never have no money. A little Danny used to lend you money. And you make little Danny dead.
Mighty God.
You, cause the boy lend you money, and when you pay him back Christmas, you give the boy $50,000 for share for him and Fidel and Tavar. That's why Tavar and Fidel run away and eat you. And you make Danny, little Danny run away and go on a foreign. So me know everything. Look at that and tell me before him go away. Say him no want this you. So him a go leave you alone. Cause you was him liar. Look at that. Listen, Donovan. Why you think me skeptic of you? Because me know your file. The man them what your brother came from Towel come down here. Election when you were running at the 2020. As you win the night, the man them come back the morning, come tell me, say, oh, never sorry, Donovan in the seat. Donovan feisty, Donovan thief, Donovan mean, and Donovan lie. Yeah. And every day the man them call me and say me they tell you, Rosie, so never sorry, Donovan in the seat because Donovan are wicked. But let me tell you something, me I get you out here, and I make carry in here now. Me never know when you are coming here. Remember, them never tell me when you are coming here. You come in by night. But me wait to the place where me born and grow to take you out. And me gonna take you back out here.
What's up, Abina?
Me gonna take you back out here because you must lose. If you stay till election, buy your ticket. Enrich yourself. Because of that you do. Enrich yourself and the people in poorer. The people in poor like church laws in the constituency. Because all the money them were used to come in the seat, where contractors used to come in here and the man them used to get them 200 and them 300 and them this and them that. From you come in here at 2 and 3 people are work on a project and you alone and get the money from the contractor them. But me said, Donovan, leave me alone. Because your file are go out in the public. And everything when me attack, me can prove it. Everything. Me say, Lawrence Rowe said, man, them used to get them 200 and them 300 and them this and them that. From you come in here at 2 and 3 people are work on a project and you alone and get the money from the contractor them. But me said, Donovan, leave me alone. Because your file are go out in the public. And everything when me attack, me can prove it. Everything. Me say, Lawrence Rowe send me a text. If him can talk to me, man, talk to me about something. If I didn't know Sir Lawrence Rowe number, I wouldn't even answer it. But it never have no name on it. When I call back the number and ask, who is this? Him say Lawrence Rowe. He want ask me a question. Lawrence Rowe ask me, tell me, say Chris and Ramon. The list of the Raytown division, people them will forget the $20,000. Him gave Alia 100 paper farms for fill out. And Alia do all kind of things with the farm them and stupidness and him give them to Ramon and Chris and now the people them now gonna get the benefits because it late and the farms them not do. I ask Lawrence Rowe, why you bringing that argument to me? I have nothing to do with the farms. When una do the things, una never tell me nothing. Una bring. But guess what? Him, Lawrence Rowe, one like him smart. Him a try to feel me out. If me and Alia and Chris and Ramon in a dialogue. So him want to know if on a circle is trustworthy. Your circle, Donovan Williams, not trustworthy because you have Lawrence Rowe and they will walk and talk everything. Him a carry news to you and him a carry news to everybody else.
My God.
So your circle will never private. Never.
Want to hear that?
Because Donovan, me know every single thing where you do, how you do, when you do, where you do. You ask them where you have around you. If me did make them know nothing where me I do anytime at all. Them get duties to execute. Them never get duties. Them never be a part of no decision making because me know me did have a whole heap of boy girl I deal with. So me know what to say to them and when not to say to them. What? Leave me alone, Donovan. You hear me? I want you? Leave me alone. Because me know you can't stay in a Central Kingston. You could have me not even talk about Jesus. The devil on your back, you can't stay in here. And me build Central Kingston, you know. And me build Central Kingston. Ramon in my yard when me build Central Kingston. And you're going in my yard, go tell him and him brother, so come me go carry on to Rosie, make sure expose them in a politics. And me carry them, go expose them all about in a politics. And I know Ramona undermine me. from 2016, Mrs. Madden down at Grace called me and tell me, say, Chris and Ramon and Sanjay, which is in brother, in the community, a campaign say, me can win the election 2016. Them go down a Grace go tell Mrs. Madden, and Mrs. Madden call me and tell me, Rosie, beware of them. Them are undermine you. So me know a long time, so Ramon and Chris and Sanjay did I do it. Mrs. Madden tell me long time and tell me, say, open your eye. And all me, Chris was more explicit and sure say him a fight. So me did avoid Chris, but Ramon gave the impression like Chris is the problem. Chris carry news and Chris go this and talk this and Chris. Every time I talk to him about Chris, he poured on everything on Chris. The time him did I do it. So now I know that Ramon was a snake and Ramon is the one that do all the things them way I do. I leave Ramon alone. And not into an argument with him. I don't want to fuss with him. I just want me and him to go up on the floor. And you anticipate a selection. Me no in a selection. Me I give him the seat. But me I go run past something else cause PMP have to win the seat. JLP can't win it back. The selection. Me no in a selection. Me I give him the seat. But me I go run past something else cause PMP have to win the seat. JLP just want me and him to go up on the floor. And you anticipate a selection. Me no in a selection. Me I give him the seat. But me I go run past something else cause PMP have to win the seat. Just want me and him to go up on the floor. And you anticipate a selection. Me no in a selection. Me I give him the seat. But me I go run past something else cause PMP have to win the seat. JLP can't win it back. Me I make sure the selection. Me no in a selection. Me I give him the seat. But me I go run past something else cause PMP have to win the seat. JLP can't win it back. Me I make sure them not win it back. The selection. Me no in a selection. Me I give him the seat. But me I go run past something else cause PMP have to win the seat. JLP can't win it back. Me I make sure them not win it back. That's all me have to do. So me not in an argument with you.
Hold them, Rosie, hold them. One Rosie, you know. Good night, people, good night. Mighty God. Now you are going. Oh, me I sweat so. Me I sweat hard, brother. Now you are going. You know it's differently still. Today me do want to go over them today, you know. But it's never too late for your shower already. No, like and share up the video, guys. I feel like we can get 400 people in our place right now. I want to share with 10 people. 10 times 40, how much? If we get 50% of that at 200, and then we can make them share with 10 people. 10 times 240, how much? Get 5% of that. You understand? That's how we go to work. Only like and share the video, people. Like and share. Alright, so I don't know if you guys watched my live stream yesterday. Here we go. Yes, these are the 3 live streams. This is it. So I'm supposed to have these saved to my evidence file. Oh, wonderful. Yes, they are saved. This one is not saved. Let me save this one. Save that one, yes. All of these are saved. Hey, Nicola, how are you doing? Judith, how are you? Abina, good night. Yes, so Judith, Abina, and Nicolos. Sorry, my apologies, my boss. My apologies. The conclusion. And we see where there was a fight for the KSSC that is down in Kingston. Yes. And they said that they have won, yet
I think it's Winston Ennis, who withdrew himself from that position and expressed that he wants to protect his character, his moral integrity, his family, etc. And another video was done which psychologically, those who work in the psychological realm know that either he has been threatened because the tone of voice is saying that the last video that Winston Ennis did, he was threatened. He was threatened, I don't know by whom, for him to reinstate himself, but he's not comfortable. But the judgment, and that the Lord told me to tell the leader of this land that as long as they are in power, trouble is going to follow them. Right? God told me to tell.
Say that again, Pastor.
For him to reinstate himself, but he's not comfortable. But the judgment, and that the Lord told me to tell the leader of this land that as long as they are in power, trouble is going to follow them.
So when you hear that, according to the prophet, the apostle, Peter Chambers. Hey Arlene, a long time not seeing Arlene good. It's so good to see you. How's the family? How is everything? You alright? Cause we know life is life, you know. Glad to see you're good, you know. Glad to see you're there, you know. Yeah, man. Did you guys watch the live stream that I was on? I was on Andre Stevens' show last night. You guys watched the live stream? Did you guys catch the replay? But enough about me. So, Pastor Peter Chambers said that as long as Andrew is in power, their trouble is going to follow them. I want you to tell me where is the lie. He said this 2 years ago. As soon as Andrew took the election in September 3rd, a disaster hit Jamaica. Yeah? As soon as him take the election, you notice my choice of words? As soon as him take the election, disaster hit Jamaica. And we've been having disasters, mini disasters from that time till now. You guys are watching the signs, you're looking, you have your eyes open. The newest disaster is Rosie Hamilton. Yeah, but you know, let me go to this clip.
A pleasant afternoon, one and all. This is your apostle, Elijah Peter Chambers. It is imperative that
I forgive God thanks, man. Yeah, man, I love and respect every time.
Do this video, just to enlighten the nations, to enlighten the people of Jamaica of what to come. I recognize that God has designated me as the gatekeeper for Jamaica over some decades now. Because since 1999, after I came after the 40 days fasting, that the Lord led me on, the Lord has been revealing the secrets of heart pertaining to the land, the island of Jamaica. And I can remember in 1999, while I was on the 40 days fasting, the Lord showed
they say music too loud, huh?
of the crime and violence. When you look at the coat of arms, you need to do your personal research.
Alright, so he's saying when I look at the coat of arms, there's an alligator, there's a reptile under the two arrowhawks. I never really thought anything of it, but he spoke about a reptilian, a crocodile just that he saw in a vision roaming in Jamaica and was just taking people's lives. And in the vision, when he rebuked the crocodile flee and go into another parish to take life in that other parish. But the crocodile couldn't stay. It is a vision about a spirit that it seems as if from the inception of Jamaica's independence, there was some type of secret pledge or order on the country, and it's coming from the reptilian underground, you know, in that realms. You see me I say so that matter about from even independence from them time then. So he must say that is why Jamaica can't move forward, because there's a spiritual blockage. But the spiritual wickedness and the order has intensified now to the point where God has to go up now, you understand? So that's why I have the prophetic utterances from many of the men and women of God. If you're listening to what they're saying, most of them have a similar, if not the same, warning about Jamaica. So all the places that got hit by Hurricane Melissa, some of them is gonna get hit by this next big one, you know. And it's not gonna be a hurricane, but some of them is gonna get hit. And of course, you know, it's the earthquake and the tsunami. So earthquake and tsunami. So you know, all of the other areas that did not get hit, they're pretty much going to get hit. I don't know how intense the damage is going to be, but it's going to be very bad, according to the warnings that I've heard. And the warnings keep getting updated, because one of the things that the apostle, the men and women of God, has all been consistent about when they're sending messages to the Prime Minister is that they should lock down the country for 3 days for fasting, prayer, repentance, and mourning. You notice we didn't have any days of mourning for the victims of Hurricane Melissa, and they did what, 2 days of something. It was not, they didn't follow the instructions. There's a video that Pastor Shuttleworth did, I can go to it, where he talked about Andrew, and he was saying, man, listen, you know the real men and women of God in the country. God has exposed you to them. So in being obedient to the word of God, for keeping the 3 days fasting, prayer, and repentance, God will lead him to who he's supposed to go to or the people he's supposed to go to get that done, isn't it? Let me see if it's this video. Yes. This. So woe be unto those who are partnering with the revivalists, partnering, hallelujah, with the Rastafarians, partnering with the New Agers in the so-called interfaith collaboration. The Lord says, I am not a part of it. Not a part of it. And I shall show open signs of my displeasure, said the Lord. Again, count 40 days from October 28th, when Melissa made landfall. The Lord says, watch my hand, watch my finger as I move across this nation. And so this again is an open call to the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Remember, the prophetic word is that your victory shall be a Pyrrhic victory. Pyrrhic victory. And if you think you see turmoil and hardship and difficulties, you ain't seen anything yet, said the Lord. For the longer you take to comply with my instructions, the more difficult it will be for you to govern the nation. The Lord says, I will make your brief tenure, hallelujah, that's very interesting. I will make your brief tenure tenuous, said the Lord. Tenuous and painful, said the Lord. You still have the chance to listen to my voice. The Lord says, I have exposed you to my servants of the Lord over the years. You know. Oh, you caught that a while ago, Abina. So basically, there was a window of grace for 40 days, but Andrew did not take the window. So, you know, pretty much it's judgment, and we're seeing it already. The war that has happened, the actual pressure that the United States is putting on the government. Don't let them trigger. They're under a lot of pressure. Especially the Cuban thing. When you see them have to send where the doctor them, you know see them under pressure. Because the Jamaican people they need the doctor them. So basically the United States of America have them foot on the neck of this government. You understand? So from the 40 days gone, which was like December 7th or 8th or 9th, from October 28th, I counted it but I don't remember. Anyway, the 40 days is gone from last year. So he had that window of grace to follow the instructions of the Lord, but he didn't. So now, everything happened now. It's all playing out. You're going to see more. It's going to get worse for the country on every level. You hear what I'm saying? God is going to make his brief tenure. Brief meaning he's going to have a short third term. It's not going to be long. It's going to be very short. So he's going to make his brief tenure tenuous. That means it go hard. Everything that's get difficult and difficult film administration. No matter what them do, it not gonna work. Because God not up on the inside. You understand what I say? That's the prophetic word. So listen more, listen.
The authentic vessels of God.
Play that back. Play that back. Play that back.
You to my servants of the Lord.
Why is it not playing? Wait, how would that market G? Wait, I wish school this market G did there. What? Look at market G, I do some what you call it? Some work with the kids them at that school there. Knowing market G probably I'll pay for some school fee or some scholarship or something. Cause them man are serious, you know.
Really?
Them man are serious.
Across. And if you think you see turmoil and hardship and difficulties,
Good
you
night,
ain't seen
everybody.
anything
Good night,
yet,
good
say the
night,
Lord.
good night.
For the longer you take to comply with my instructions, the more difficult it will be for you to govern the nation. The Lord says, I will make your
Tenure.
brief tenure. Hallelujah. That's very interesting. I will make your brief tenure tenuous.
Look up what tenuous means.
Say the Lord. Tenuous and painful. Say the Lord. You still have the chance to listen to my voice. The Lord says, I have exposed you to my servants of the Lord over the years. You know the authentic vessels of God. Align yourself with them so that I, the Lord God, can extend grace, mercy, and favor to you so that you will be able to navigate or lead this nation through this moment of unprecedented crisis. Lord.
Jamaica, the apostle say, Andrew Holness has been exposed to the authentic vessels of the Lord here in Jamaica. Andrew Holness knows who are the true men and women of God. The man say, Andrew, align yourself with them, and through them, I will give you the instructions for you to help to navigate this nation through this very perilous time that is coming. You understand what I say? That's what the man I tell the man, you know? All right.
Worse is up ahead if Jamaica does not turn. Worse is up ahead if Jamaica does not turn. Let me say it one more time. Worse is up ahead if Jamaica does not turn.
Terrible people, terrible. Ain't no normal there. Well, terrible. Well, terrible.
And violence. When you look at the court of all, you need to be the expert doctors, they will do their research, their investigation, and try to find out what is the root cause of the sickness before they prescribe leaders. Most of our leaders were the clergy from the clergy. They embrace, they support the present government. September 3rd. The Lord brought me into a vision and showed me many of these political leaders and also religious leaders who have gone to shrines, they have gone to territory, the dark world, the underworld. Some have slept with laden women, some have slept with marine spirits because they want power.
You hear that?
And the devil now
Man says some of the politician them sleep with marine spirits because they want to continue and hold on to power.
understands that the man that craves power, they will do anything to rise above anyone. And if it comes to the point that they had to sell their soul, listen, Jamaica has become.
Oh, this video was man, this was like 2023. Yeah, this video was like 2023. Oh, May 7, 2020. May 17, 2023. Exactly. That's exactly the date that it was released. So now it's 2026. We're at March, April, May. It's almost 3 years. It's almost 3 years.
A region, a territory where leaders, businessmen, politicians, religious leaders, bishops, pastors who have initiated themselves into the organization of evil because of the greed to possess power. Hallelujah. Glory be to God. So the devil recognized that the people of Jamaica, they have deemed the Prime Minister as their God. Remember, G-O-D, capital. Come on, G-O-D. That can't be capital. Come on, which means it is a grown God. He came out and he said it's just a name. That's a lie. In the demonic realm, that is why the people in the dark world are pursuing you. And listen, I know you will be watching this video. Leader of Jamaica, the Lord showed me you sold your soul to the devil.
Jamaica, want to hear that? The Prime Minister of Jamaica, Holness, the man said the Lord showed him that he sold his soul to the devil.
I saw the news and I saw on TikTok and I saw on other social media space where a white man came out. I think they had to do with the atmosphere, global warming, and they were praising you, saying that you're a champion. And the Holy Spirit said to me that you are a champion to embrace and to embrace and to bring out evil. You're a champion. And listen, these people that you have connected yourself with, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, they're going to use you, and when they finish with you, they're going to refuse you. Glory be to God. This is the revelation that the Lord brought to me. I was in prayer, and the Lord said to me,
Want to hear that? So the people where Andrew I work for, the Lord show him say, they are going to use him and abuse him. And based off of what I have heard from some of the men and women of God, that's how the devil work, you know. So if you make a deal with the devil, you know, say if you out use your purpose for the devil and you're gonna jeopardize the devil plans and plot, you know, say him just about him no business. You're nothing. You understand? You're just another pawn in a him plot. You understand? One of many. You know what I mean? Not to the devil. You see me? So nobody feel like the devil will gas you up, you know. I make a think like say, oh yes, you know, you are one of the powerful ones, and better as soon as you're just gone and you're replaced. You feel what I say? The video date for the 40 days, oh, so the 40 days was 40 days after Melissa. That was Pastor Jeffrey Shuttleworth. So 40 days after Melissa, as I said, was around December 10th or 7th or 9th or something like that. You can count the days them and you can see. So 28, 3, no, how much days they in November? 30 or 31? Hold on, let me check. Let me go on the exact date. What is the timestamp? Oh, I'm going next to the anyway. Calendar. Where's the calendar? Here we go. So, let me so much days in November. So there's 30 days in November. So 29, 29, 30, 31. So 3 days after 28, that would be 33. So I was right. It's December 7th. So December 7th, 2025 was the 40-day mark that the apostle gave Jamaica and the leader of the country to get it right. And make sure say in call it 3 days fasting and prayer. But if you remember, them called 2 days of prayer. Them never called 3 days of prayer. Them know, you know, but them a defy God's order because them a work with the evil. You feel me I deal with? Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, that was very surprising. The first Caribbean leader to go all the way to Israel and basically bow down. You feel me? And then the meeting that they had, it's classified. Nobody knows what they were talking about. That's crazy. Why did you make that big trip and then come back and tell us, oh yeah, that's kind of secret? But hold on there, guys. Let me just stop up. Hold on, because I have to left from here, so now. Basically, here's a lock up. 1 second, don't go nowhere. Oh my gosh. One second. Don't want to hold up the people. People don't want to go in yard. Hey, look. This earlock is serious. Sheesh. Yo, the earlock right here so no normal. Earlock no normal, none at all. None at all. Yes, so may I tell you say Jamaica have some serious thing going on right now in our country. And it have nothing to do with politics, you understand? It's bigger than that. A good versus evil right now. So if you're on the wrong side, you know say, you know where you go. But as people within a church, people within a church and have discernment, and if you're connected, you're a Christian and you follow God, and you're connected to the Most High, you can't tell me say, well then again, the devil skill enough. The devil skill enough. The devil is very cunning. So, I'm not going to say that. All that will fall short. You feel me I deal with? But some of the things then for me, is like, man, how you get, how you not see that? How is it that you don't see? Them not see the things then where the man are going with. You know what I mean? My brother, where are you going this time of the night? Oh, big up yourself. Thanks for the clock. I'm a yard, me I go, man. I walk. Hi, Samantha. Vestal Allen, how are you? Yeah, man. Me just come from the restaurant. Well, not the restaurant. I can't say that. I know I want to look a spot where you can go and just sit down on the AC and, you know? Yeah. Respect me wide. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by respect me wide? Huh? Yeah, I'm not too far. I'm not too far from home, but yeah, you know, anything can happen. These crazy people on the road. So you really have to be careful, you know. That's the truth. You really have to be careful. I didn't have to walk, you know, I could take a taxi, you know, but sometimes I need to stretch a leg to you, man. Oh, thank you so much, Samantha. Well, you say you love the show last night? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Father God will walk with you, know. Yeah, no, yeah, big up. Nothing, yeah, alright, you see, if you don't see me on the road, like when me on the live, you know, we notice. Like every car we pass, somebody call to me and hail me and then we're there. Because me know, you understand? Before me even do YouTube. You see, you want, Samantha want me there on the show. You want me there on the show most Fridays. Oh, that is so amazing. That is so amazing. You know, I appreciate Andre a lot. You know what I mean? I really want the art clean. And that's why, you see, man, you see people like Andre, and nobody is perfect, you know, but you see people like Andre, him have a genuine art. You understand what I say? So, you have to just understand him. Don't, you know? You have to give him grace. You see what I say? Him deserve grace. Andre is a youth to do whole heap for the community. And he use him platform in our way. Where most people wouldn't use it. You feel me I deal with? Yeah, man. And big up all the other people. And big up Colin Bell. Big up Anissa Bell Rose Atta for Press Talk Your Mind TV. Make we talk. You understand? Jamaica Hot Topic. Perry in Christ. You see me? Jamaica Carlos. You know, we might have some different views on certain things sometimes, but that is healthy because everybody can't really think the same about every single situation, you know. You feel me I deal with? Yeah, man, big up Colin Bell, man, for real, man. Me learn a lot off him program because him is a seasoned person. Him is a, what I say, is a historian in the politics. So when they aim bring up certain things and then they go research it, I say backside. Then I really saw this thing off it too. Worse than the Rastan Iron Company showed me. I said, no man. What mean they know them are sitting here? Because me new to the politics, I wasn't following up the politics. You feel me I say? I ain't follow up the politics, you know. I just do my thing and me I tell you say, you reach one point where I can't ignore them no more because the thing I get out of hand. It's like me see my life and everything I get harder and harder. I couldn't go to school because of you know, the economy and everything. It get worse and worse and worse after Michael Manley. From them decide for what they call that something there. Change over the value of the dollar. You remember when they said the Washington Consensus? From then go the Washington Consensus, brother. And you see, it's a design, you know. It's a design, you know. The JLP then destabilize the economy. So bad. Right? The Washington Consensus. Why am I tell you? PMP try to fix it with FinSac and boy, it wasn't a perfect thing. You know? But at least then try, because everybody would have lose everything they have. If they never try with FinSac to fix the problem that started in the 80s with Siaga, everybody would have lose everything. Every single thing they would have lose. All of them people that put their money in the bank, money would have gone. So you have to give money them props. Then try. As I say, nobody not perfect. Zine, nobody not perfect, but why am I not lie? In the circumstances. You know? What you say? They say you love Colin Bell. Oh. Cross the road as a pedestrian. No car now come perfect timing. Nice look walk. Long time in a walk. Then distance but you know, worse at night, you know. Give her thanks. God is the greatest. Oh, yo. Coming to get this. Whoa, oh, but last night did nice still, you know. They like the dialogue. Like the dialogue, man. It's a good look. Right now, I just ask God for continue to bless the platform and open it up to its full potential. help me with, being more disciplined and more hardworking, and guide me in any other avenue I need to go. Because, certain things happen around the world now. It's definitely going to affect the digital space at some point. So I just put faith in God, say, boy, when that happens, I'll be prepared to, shelter from the storm, so to speak. Selvane, what's up? What you say, you like the flavor of the live last night? Remember some of my places when you walk on the street, you don't really have no street light, which is bad. What you say, real, raw and real. Yeah, but for those who watch me, for those who watch me, don't know. For those who watch me, know, say, yo. For those who watch me, know, say. For those who watch me, know, say. Me is a man where I saw me drop it. No, me not reach home yet. Yeah, for real. Yeah, man, the lighting terrible, man. Lighting terrible. Lighting terrible for true. I almost reach home now. So, we can go into, like, I'm going to go near my computer that good. Then we can go live on TikTok. And we go through something. Because all the thing, we never get to cover, You see me? Touch back on some of Pastor Peter Chambers video, and then touch back on some Rosie, and touch back on some Senate presentation. I think Ramon Small Ferguson, I think he did an excellent job. And it needs to be further highlighted. We can't just, that was a master class from him. We can't just play that one or two times. That was, that what he did in the Senate, that was as good as Rosie's voice notes. The way how him deal with the, get some Cuban light bulbs. Okay. Yeah, I need some solar lights. You don't know me, My people might know me. Me all night, all in man. So one of my solar lights, they just flicker on there a while ago. See the place get bright? There's another one. Hold on there. There's another one. People might know me say, me and somebody where I'm ready. Good night, neighbor. You know me silly me about this. So good night. Oh, I think of the lady. Think of mama. Yes, people. So last night was fun. So if I book up eyes up what can on the show, I have to get my dictionary, because them man they have some word where I never hear yet, Yo, I say eyes that not easy. Eyes that ever drop some word where me no know. I never hear them word yet. You understand? But when you're a person where basically you deal with when you're somebody where deal with this needs to go down here. When you're somebody where deal with cases and you have to deal with law, you have to be ready now. You have to be well read. You understand? I gotta be well read, man. Gotta be well read. Oh. Gotta be well read. Yeah. I want this thing to drop. Before we drop, you know, if you put something in front of it. Let me see. This might work. Oh, there we go. I think that'll work. I think that will work. Let's turn on my fan. It's a bit hot in here. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. Not that type of party, alright? Just the right song for the problem. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. Be yourself, Bolo. Last night was epic. Yo. But as much as our people was just down in on Noel. If Noel wasn't on the show, you know, to bring those views, you know. Understand? Noel was very important to the show as well. No, Lord Jesus, Abina, why you think I would come on here without clothes? Well, then again, I have been on here with my marina on. I see where you're going with that. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, I've been on here with my marina on. That's a fact. Yeah. Nah, I have done that, haven't I? I definitely have done that. Jeez and peas. Oh, I laugh. Who press the laughing emoji? Yo, who don't like and share up the live? What you say? No, I hear you singing. Oh, yeah. I was singing that song, but that's just the song. Yeah, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. No, sir, not me. Let me find the apostle. Well, Sylvan say, well, you alive? Let me turn on the Wi-Fi on the phone. It might drop a little, but let me just turn on the Wi-Fi on the phone here. Don't worry about it. It'll come back. Y'all hearing me? Y'all seeing me good? You just switch to the Wi-Fi in the house. When I hear me, when I see me good? They are drink some what? Florida can a 12-year-old. What? No, Sylvan, if you need to buy me a drink in a night, man, I saw you going. No, Sylvan, no, Sylvan. Buy me something on the top shelf, Sylvan. Put something on the top shelf. Buy me something from off the top shelf there in the night. I saw you move me, General. Backside. Sylvan no play. Sylvan a dangerous man. No, but you can buy me something now, man. See, you can shop there now. What you talk about? You can buy me a buckle of something right now, man. You know, if I even want a small buckle. On a top shelf something them. I'm find a video. See it, yeah? This is it. Hey, Sefu. Sefu, what's up? Pick up yourself, you know. But now, like, when I listened to my audio last night, you know, where I am, it's a hallway and it's enclosed. It sounded like I was in a hallway. I was very loud. And there was like an echo, like a kickback. I really need to change that. I really need to get a new microphone. Where you say any white please? What? Hey, I saw me like, hey, so where you say Abina, you get one of that? Yeah, man, where you say, man, any white's nice, you know, man. You know, lie now. My birthday about 2 years ago. Yeah, that was the first time I drank Henny White. Yeah, that's nice.
And every spirit that confessed that Jesus Christ is come into the flesh is not of God. And every spirit that confessed it not, that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world. Look at the level of worship that the people of Jamaica has given the Prime Minister of Jamaica, to the point they gave him the name Pro God. And he said that he is a Christian, yet he had not denied the name Pro God. This name ran through 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. I want the people of Jamaica to recognize, when we look into the scripture introspectively, when we investigate the scripture introspectively, the scripture is showing us that we are dealing with the spirit of the Antichrist. Lucifer recognized that the people of Jamaica has given him homage and supreme power over them.
What?
Hallelujah. That they would rather to listen to Andrew Holness, and it's a tough time, than the prophets. Remember, in 2020 and 2021, they pursued to kill the prophets. When we look back on Kevin Sinnott, they call him the cult pastor.
Listen to this.
Kevin Sinnott, before his death, Kevin Sinnott began to expose the cashless and the digital currency. Anybody could remember that?
Yep.
So this
Kevin Smith also talked about drought and famine.
is the root cause why they killed him. And that is
Talk
the
about
root
Holy
cause why they came after me. But I want to explain something to you. Kevin Simmons, though he was breaking revelation of what to come, he was connected
To the dark world.
Even so, the politicians and the leader of this land is connected to the occultic world. When they came for me, they recognized they bounced into a supreme force that was bigger than God, a supreme force that was bigger than Sita. And the inspector of Sita, he declared it. He said, Pastor, the powers that may be has defended you. Somebody need to understand that, listen, regardless of all that they did 2021, the Lord said, Peter, they cannot kill you because your time is not yet come. It doesn't matter what you do. Send your gunman, send your hitman, send your chopper, send the demon from the dark world, from the Freemasonry, from the marine kingdom. Listen, no weapon that formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that riseth in judgment shall be condemned. So in other words, what the inspector of Sita was declaring to me, the bracketive that you have, Reverend Peter Chambers, is bigger than every organization. So this white man came out applauding the Prime Minister. I want you to listen very carefully. In the news, he said in that press that Jamaica is the only country that is in agreement with the order. They know that the Prime Minister of Jamaica is vulnerable one, too young and vulnerable. Two, is greedy. They know three, that he wants to possess power and manipulation and to practice the flex his political muscle through dictatorship. Look at what has happened. He is the only government, this is the only government that came up with so much corruption and evil. We have never seen it. And some of you want to say, well, the PNP party is not better. That's a lie.
Right.
PNP party rob money, but they didn't rob as much as they did now.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Millions of dollars they rob. Coming done so much, and every corruption is swept under carpet. And if the church supports this evil when the church should have stood, look at the point, look at what happened. In 2021, there were ministers. The one should have shamed them. One should have shamed them. Because right now, Canada's Prime Minister is making an apology to the nation for forcing his people for taking the cobra venom, the vaccine. And a lot of people are dying. They have no knowledge of the end. They don't want to come in contact with the end. They don't want to believe the word of God. And the Lord says, Peter, they didn't believe in my word. I remember in 2020 when the country was locked down and the Prime Minister locked up the church. Locked down the church. And at the same time, hundreds and thousands of people were vaccinated. They took the venom, the cobra venom in them body. Right.
Hold on the people, sorry.
Free and bound to receive the mark in their right hand or in their head. So it can be placed either in your hand or in your head. And that no man may buy or sell. That's where we're heading. So all of you say that it's not the mark of the beast. You're fool. You're done. You're fully done.
Fully done.
The name and save he that had the mark.
Fully done.
And that the Lord told me to tell the leader of this land, yes, that as long as they are in power, trouble is going to follow them. Right now, what the Lord is revealing to me pertaining to this present government, that there will be constant war among them.
Yeah.
And some of you thought that the war has been there for a very long time, but the war is going to increase among them. The Lord is going to show and prove to the people of Jamaica that he's not with this government.
You hear that? The Lord is gonna show and prove to his people that he is not with this government. All the people that if you don't open their eyes, you know. The man said, as long as Andrew in a power, trouble among them. The man said the war we are going between them in the party are gonna get worse. Rosie is here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue.
So the Lord spoke to me to tell the Prime Minister of Jamaica and his Obia team that he is not with this people. Praise be to God. He's not with this government, their decisions, and the Samoa law that is signed behind the back of the people of the nation, the citizens of this land. It will be exposed. Also, the Lord reveals to me that someone is going to rise up, and this is someone that is untouchable.
Yes.
This is someone that has their secret.
Yes.
That has their corruption.
Yes.
That has their ticket.
Yes.
This is someone that will expose them in a disgraceful manner.
Wow.
Truth are going to be exposed.
Yes.
Because what we see where people are resigning, people are getting sacked, people are getting fired. These decisions are very, very sticky. And even also the Lord reveals to me that someone is going to rise up, and this is someone that is untouchable. This is someone that has their secret, that has their corruption, that has their ticket. This is someone that will expose them.
Yes.
In a disgraceful manner. Truth are going to be exposed.
Yes.
Because what we see where people are resigning, people are getting sacked, people are getting fired.
People hear that?
These decisions are very, very sticky.
A very powerful person is gonna show them up. Me I want for Rosie.
That's all me have to do.
I want for
So I'm in an argument with you.
Me soon come the people. Me have to talk on different side.
When Ramon tell me that you told him that you gave me money, and I said to Ramon, Donovan never give me any money. Donovan don't give me money. Donovan give me projects. Him expect me to take the money, but the people was always paramount. When I tell Donovan how much money I give the people them all the time, him tell me, when me I give you so much money for, me figure $6,000, me give $7,000. I always tell Donovan that can't help nobody. I always tell him, so Donovan, that cannot help nobody. The people them never used to that from me. Them used to it from you. Them never used to it from me. The other day, in a Christmas, I gave you a budget. Not this Christmas, last year Christmas. I gave you a budget for the Christmas work. No, it never have on anything for the old people them and this and that, apart from the treat when we did keep. And I knew that there were some people in need. Somebody did forget $50,000 each. Ramon did forget 50,000. Chris did forget 50,000, and Yo-Yo was forget 50,000. Everybody else get their money apart from those 3 persons. Because I shared that money and give the old people them to give out. The people them some $5,000. You told Ramon that I gave you a list with Ramon name on it, that Ramon was to get money. Ramon asked me 1 time, I did not answer him. He asked me 2 times, I did not answer him. The 3rd time he bring it up to me that you told him that I had his name on a paper to get $50,000. I told him yes. I said, Ramon, did you tell Donovan that you got the money? No. I said, January when the gully did a clean in a Raytown. I told Yo-Yo, because I go foreign and leave the money. I told Yo-Yo, give Ramon $50,000, give Chris $50,000, and you take your $50,000, and me make him pay out the rest of money. I asked Ramon the question if him they tell you say him they get the money, and him say no. Ramon got him Christmas money the January. Ask Liad Ramon. Ask Carrie News, Carrie got bring come Ramon. Ask him if he never get the $50,000 afterwards. So when you and him a conspire and you are him a tell you say him never get no money Christmas, and you are tell him say me give a list. Yes, I gave you the list with Ramon name on it, but I diverted the money, Yo-Yo, Chris and Ramon money to the poor, the old people them in the era when need it. But January, Ramon got back the money, and I told you, Donovan, that I gave Ramon, and you asked me why me give him $50,000. Remember when I told you that never give them it? You asked me why never give Ramon $50,000. Liad Carry News, Donovan, thief in Donovan.
Mighty God.
You hear me? I want you to stop calling me name. I'm going to open up your files in the public. Watch me. The package, the money where you get for the packages. Where you sign up all kind of things and you give Ramon them for sign. And Ramon come back and tell me say nothing where you put on the paper is true, is lie. Remember now me you did I give them for sign and Ramon you did I give them for sign. So all the things them when me know about your false documents them and Ramon tell me. You hear me I tell you to leave my name alone? You see, I'm not paying on my mind. When I don't talk the things them.
Mighty God.
When Ramon tell me about you thief in Donovan, I'm not talk to you about it in the public. In the public, me I go with it. In the public.
What's up, Karen?
You swear to things that your business private.
My goodness.
Right?
Oh.
But let me tell you something. You're going to know when the time comes.
When the right time
Just
comes.
continue.
When the right time comes. Some are go charge for corruption. Oh yes. Let me say Jamaica. When the right time comes. When the right time comes, some are go charge for corruption. Hold on there. Which part is that there? Which part is that there? PMP trending. Live on TikTok. To use my computer now. Alright. 1, 2. Alright. Alright, wonderful. So we can just open up this. How you guys doing tonight, man? Somebody tell me some if you go check out Will Rattigan show today, you know. That time there. I was live at one point. Then I went on the road. I've been on the road. Rado, wagwan Rado. No man, how this looks like? My camera look away. Camera fuzzy. Look at that. Camera fuzzy look brighter now. Alright. You look fuzzy all over. Oh no, man. I couldn't see me. Kinda fuzzy, you know, in a clear. Alright. We're good now. Okay. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. At Twitter, I'm going to find the certain article and something I usually read them. You understand? What is now? How I go on so? Hey, my life on TikTok and on YouTube, you know. What kind of judgment going on, brother? Talk to me. You want to come on the live and come give breaking news? Hey, TikTok. At least all the people do over TikTok. We just start the live right now, but judgment over Labour Party again, TikTok. Something I go drop. News just in. I don't know what the news is, but news just in. Getting some information from a credible source. I'm waiting on the reply, man. What I'm so going to now. Oh, rotted. Okay. Well, on the Jamaica. Wait. TikTok. Alright, how this? Wait. How this? YouTube. So why this take so long to open up? Hello, the devil is a liar. After me I get breaking news, but I don't know easy. Man, I don't fix things in Jesus there, man. What is? Okay. Well, on the Jamaica. Bang around. Something leak, something bust out. Something leak, something bust out. Go on there. We need to fix things. I don't know why the computer is behaving the way it is, but I have to check it out. Alright, cool. So Twitter work, alright, Twitter big up yourself. Facebook work, alright, Facebook big up yourself. TikTok now. TikTok now. Go over to your video me get a while ago. Ratty, that was going over there. Lord have mercy, boy. Lord have mercy, boy. But I've never had this issue. What is happening? Woo. Whoa. Damn.
Upon the hearts that are ready, God is going to start.
Sorry. No man. You can't continue as things like this, man. Sure. Good night, TikTok. Good night. What TikTok? God, you better not go live, man. You better go live on YouTube. TikTok now going on. I don't see nobody on TikTok. Everybody asleep. But when you stay on YouTube, I don't want nobody from YouTube go over TikTok. When you stay on YouTube, yeah? I just keep TikTok going stay.
Lies will be exposed. That's all.
Wait, I so much. No, man. Jamaica.
That's why people don't want to listen to you anymore. We don't get irrelevant on TikTok. It's all too toxic. JP bloggers, they come like a graveyard, but no one hear them know people that drive past on the live and skip past on the live.
What?
Because you don't know to blog, you don't carry the 2026, 2025 toxic deal coming at 2026.
What?
And it don't work for no. And there's a group of bloggers think them are doing JP look so good. Don't know do them no good. Go do the research. Nobody don't want to hear enough. Only too toxic. The only person to be blamed is the JLP because they should have nipped it in the bud from it started. I wouldn't blame Rosie. The leadership of the party must have a disciplinary committee. I wouldn't blame Donovan because Donovan is not the leader. Rosie is not the leader. You have a general secretary, you have a party chairman, and you have 4 deputies. And you have 2 deputy chairman and chairman. That should have been dealt with before it get out this bad. It is the party, the Jamaica Labour Party should be blamed because they were aware of the problem from the past. The JLP was aware of the problem from the past. So the time when you get up and I tell people about information media, WhatsApp group leak, or get on the facts because I'm not liar, I'm not wicked. Uno blogger, nobody know if you listen to Uno.
What moment? Me live.
Uno know enough. Don't make call on the name enough. Don't make call on the name enough. Don't make call on the name.
So Jamaica, this is Infomedia speaking. Look at Dre Bryan on a screen recording. And Dre Bryan drop it on him page. The man a blame the JLP them say JLP them fault. You know, you come like you don't listen to the voice note. Hello, let me play voice note again. Not listen to me. This is Infomedia speaking, and the man get mad. I don't know who Infomedia is. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen him on TikTok. I've never passed his videos. However, listen what the man has about the JLP vlog of them on TikTok. Listen to this.
Information media in the advice note. One go ask Lawrence Rowe. One go ask Donovan Williams. Since I don't want me talk. I go ask the councillor. And there so she send the vice note in a supervisor group. We don't leave information media all about now. That's why people don't want to listen to you anymore. We don't get irrelevant on TikTok. It's all too toxic.
Yeah.
JP bloggers, they come like a graveyard, but no one hear them know people that drive past on the live and skip past on the live. Because you don't know to blog, you don't carry the 2026, 2025 toxic deal coming at 2026.
Jamaica, me nah look. There shall be no peace among them. People no share the life. Share the life with 5 people and then say bang over Bolo and all. Lord have mercy. Dre Bryan, big up yourself. Mighty God. Jamaica. A labor right vlogger. I could so labor right vlogger, you know. Island girl, walk on me, baby. Big up yourself. You know, say always. I watch the video them and I comment more. Big up Island girl. 2324. Big up yourself. Hold it for love here, mama. No look a joke about it. You always a comment from the video them. Consistently. Nikki. No, Nikki. You know you walk on the liberate vlog of them. Me a hide. Me don't want no stone catch me. Well, I never play back. Let me play back. I don't want no stone catch me.
I want to blame information media for the advice note. One go ask Lawrence Rowe. One go ask Donovan Williams. Since I don't want me talk. I go ask the councillor. And there so she send the vice note in a supervisor group. We don't leave information media all about now. That's why people don't want to listen to you anymore. We don't get irrelevant on TikTok. It's all too toxic. JP bloggers, they come like a graveyard, but no one hear them know people like.
The man said JLP vloggers coming like graveyard. Nobody know want to hear them anymore. T-Combs, you hear them something? Huh? T-Combs. T-Combs, you hear them something? T-Combs.
Drive past on the live and skip past on the live. Because you don't know to blog, you don't carry the 2026, 2025 toxic deal coming at 2026.
So lad, the whole time when the JLP vlogger them when I vlog last year, then they have toxic behavior and them can't come in at 2026 now. Mighty God.
Huh?
Mighty.
Good night.
Good night, my baby. How you doing?
I there, you know.
Me day I try hide from Big Stone because them a fling some over there over the bride camp, but I don't want to catch me. Yo!
In our work for no. There's a group of black thing them are doing JP look so don't know do them no good. Go do the research.
The man said there's a group of JLP vlogger we think I do them a do JLP. Go
But
them
is it
nah, do
true?
them no good. Mighty God.
Not tell no lie. I say I saw my go on WhatsApp video where them a talk about PNP this up. I say I know that you don't forgot talk about Rosie a bust it up pan that van. Talk about the taxpayer money where them a thief are putting in them pockets.
Mighty God.
And them still come with it and eat that me say. I don't know if I don't them downside them like a this color them just not care or them just green.
Maybe all of the above, me baby.
Jesus Christ, man, it's sickening.
Yeah, man, because it's so obvious, not true? Hi, Carrie Ann.
Anyway, I'm going to have to put my finger to work.
Why? Me no watch them, you know?
Who don't know the right thing?
Me no watch them, you know? Me no watch them. They can't tell you that right now. You not get me watch them. Once me, like what him say, them so toxic, me just, if me hear foolishness, me just move past it. Me no watch them.
Man,
Me no watch them. A waste of time. Listen, let me tell you, I learned my lesson very swiftly. You see where I live? Me have people where support in a circle support the JLP. And when me and them have conversation in them time, I realize quickly that I am speaking to a wall. It doesn't matter how much truth and evidence you bring in front of them. They must support the dirty government same way. And all of them might get kickbacks, meaning say them know who them know and connected to who them connected to. So when things are run and money are run, they might get money too. Yes. So them compromise, you know. Them can't come out and come contact nothing bad about JLP.
yeah, come on, because
them a JLP put on them pot.
And a hungry cause it.
That is it. But let's hear more of the voice note. Mighty God.
Nobody know what here or no. Only too toxic. The only person to be blamed is the JLP because they should have nipped it in the bud from it started. I wouldn't blame Rosie. The leadership of the party must have
Man say who to blame Rosie? Ball out. Ball out.
disciplinary committees.
No.
Blame Donovan. Because
What?
Donovan is not the leader. Rosie is not the leader. You have a general secretary, you have a party chairman, and you have 4 deputies.
I have Andrew Holness, I have Juliet Holness. You afraid to call their name? At least me not something yet. Wait. Make you listen to live voice note.
And you have 2, then you have deputy chairman and chairman. That should have been dealt with before it get out this bad.
You know, I agree. And Rosie spoke to it in the voice note. You remember the second voice note? You remember when Rosie said, Verna, what's up? You remember when Rosie said, if I know Andrew or Julie, then I have no system in place to deal with them type of issue. Then I hit him on a talk I hit them on a talk about the breakdown in the
But
in
him as the prime
thing.
minister, him know the shame and disgrace so it ever come with. Because him knows that the whole of them are thieves. Everybody have put something in them pocket. That is the main reason we don't have no good road. Right?
Yeah, that's true. It's not just good road.
Because when they get the money for do the road, them skim it. And put on things, they put on where the money can afford after them thief it and put in them pocket.
Yes.
So the job can't get done properly.
That's true.
And when rain fall, first of all, them not make no drain. Because them supposed to.
It's not that they're not
They're
making
supposed
any
to
drains,
make
you know.
drains.
It's not that they're not making any drains. They're not making drains to facilitate the amount of water we run on the road. One.
Exactly.
And then them not clean the drain them with them already make.
Because them the money they got in a pocket. So there's nothing there to spend.
No. Everything are going in a pocket. I'll be a
Everything
thief.
are going in them pocket because that's what they came in to do.
Full,
Enrich themselves and leave.
yeah, full them crap, as they say.
And then them have a prime minister where as thief as them. So him teach them watch him thief and learn to thief from him.
Mighty God, what you saying to me? No man.
You understand?
Ticums come right out
the prime
tonight.
minister must hear. Say little argument in the group with the two of them. And him no call a meeting and stop it.
Yep.
Because I'm too busy.
I'm
too busy want to sell out everywhere.
I have to say that I would have to agree that he has to know about it. And the reason why is because Donovan Williams is very close to Andrew Holness.
Thank you.
Remember same name they come up in the Integrity Commission report.
He must go tell him, say, Mr. Rosie in the group attack some things.
Alright.
Our player, they make him hear, him know.
He must know.
And he put it on deaf ears. Because him feel like it now go gone away.
Yeah.
Because a scandal and him know say, if it go there, the party go get scandal. So him say, yo, him just sweep that under the rug and say, them know better for not make this gone away now.
Yes.
But it did went somewhere.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And you know another thing to Bolo, this man, you see, but him knows that the people them, him know him lose the friggin' election, you know. So he must suffer the people them, you know. Imagine, the people them come from Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, all over Jamaica come into Montego Bay for collect one look at Trump change.
Trump change.
And the people are born in the sun.
4 days
3 days
straight.
people are take taxi and you know how much bus here from Westmoreland for coming to Mobile?
I don't know, but I'm sure it's a lot. Probably have to take 2 taxi or 3.
No, you have bus will come in from there for coming to Montego Bay.
Okay.
But I probably I want $1,000. I mean, I don't know how much of the fear now. But probably around about there.
Yeah.
People are sleeping outside. Come on.
Yeah, that's
and when you
crazy.
don't know where you see the people, them are giving the charity money. And because you look bad, you come. You don't want to see your people, them doing this and that and taking pictures and recording anything. And look what you have the people, them doing in the damn sun.
So everybody know that was a facade because it's all because the people that was helping the persons down there was making him look bad because there was a lot of media coverage on it, and then you had the overseas what you call it now, the overseas news entities that was chastising him. They were chastising the government. They were like, wait a minute, you guys are taking too long, this is urgent, let's go. You see me?
So we want to know if the people that will vote for PNP, we want to know if everybody if them can go up at where you call you, Belmont Road, which part him there?
Yeah, Belmont Road.
And go on for him go film resign. Why he can't resign? Why them no one get rid of him?
Listen
The man
to
is
me.
not healthy.
Listen to me. And listen to me good. Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness is at a level where I gotta fi move him. You understand? Him dey on one level where him back it is big. I gotta fi move
I
him.
went back there.
You know all of them people when I'm linked with overseas and so, the big wigs them, you know, the order.
So
Yes.
overseas people have to do it with getting him out of our country.
Well, that are the thing now. Or you have to get him out if the democratic process is being manipulated. Remember what the apostles saying? The man them, we know what happened September 3rd. You know? You understand what I deal with? But the apostles said it is a Pyrrhic victory. It's gonna come at too much of a greater cost. You better never did win. So just watch God work, man. Nobody get too frustrated and raise up your blood pressure. Now is the time for go and thank God in advance and rejoice and praise His name for deliver away from Andrew Holness and in government. It's happening. It's happening right before our eyes. We don't see big picture yet, but it's happening. If you know me I deal with, yeah, we don't know how God are do it, but we know say God are do it.
This is the tip of the iceberg.
Yes, man.
You want to open?
Timmy, big up. Or Tommy,
Leave
sorry.
right there.
Hi, Yvonne.
I open PNP wider. Because we don't open
But-
for them already.
But the labor right there, yeah, open big.
Enough of them shame, you have not see them.
Say the man there, yeah, open big.
Oh, you forgot tell him. Oh, you forgot tell the man now. We're going to do the project. You want $1.5 million.
Allegedly. I think
Rosie said something else,
yes.
allegedly.
Rosie said. Yeah,
Rosie said
it's a question. It's a question. How you forgot ask $1.5 million? You're damn out of order. Undefeated rush, what's up? You're damn out of order. Rough edge, big up yourself. You're out of order, man.
I hear Rosie say, oh, them put all the people, them and left them homeless?
No, that part they're dangerous. That is what you call gentrification, you know. Them do it overseas all the time, you know. I get to hear them bring down the property value of the place them, and then when they look, some big people just come in and have them money and wait a long time and buy up all that property them cheap. Them spend more money and build up all type of thing, and then the property get too expensive for people them will live there for stay there.
And then people like me and you know.
Them have to come out.
People like me and you cannot go there.
Yeah, you have to come out.
Because guess what? Jamaica now have beachfront body. And him decides say every round the whole Jamaica, he might take off the whole edge of it and give to investors.
Hold on there. Somebody in the comment section say what? Munchie be now hide buying out people's homes in their DNA. Mighty God. No sir. Hey, undefeated rush. We say remember Peter Chambers. Them not just a play a while ago, man. Earlier, man. For my YouTube live, me just a play Peter Chambers a while ago, you know. In Prophesy this a got me, you know. Yeah, man. In Prophesy this a got me. I play it again, but I want to get through the voice note. Hold on.
It is the party, the Jamaica Labour Party should be blamed because they were aware of the problem from the past. The JLP was aware of the problem from the past. So the time when you get up and I tell people about information need a WhatsApp group leak or get on the facts because I'm a liar, I'm a wicked, I'm a blagger, nobody enough to listen to you. And I'm not call on the name, you know.
No man. A JLP like I'm not talk about it. The man said they're liar and they're wicked and nobody enough to listen to them. Mighty God. The truth shall set you free. Oh, what a day it will be. The man said they're toxic. Thank you, baby. Thank you. The man said they're toxic.
And them lie.
And them lie. No, man.
And them thieves him left off that part there.
Hey, me say, Mr. Winston, I strongly believe the person, let me play because it is important that I do play it. Members only, it's a private party, don't need no money to qualify, come bring your checkbook. Alright, yes, this is the one.
A ticket. This is someone that will
listen to this.
Will be exposed. Also, the Lord reveals to me that someone is going to rise up, and this is someone that is untouchable. This is someone that has their secret, that has their corruption,
yes,
that has their ticket.
Yes,
this is someone that will expose them.
Yes.
In a disgraceful manner. Truth are going to be exposed.
Pull up.
That someone is going to rise up. Things of this land. It will be exposed. Also, the Lord reveals to me that someone is going to rise up, and this is someone that is untouchable. This is someone that has their secret, that has their corruption.
Hold on there. Somebody say, "Uno PMP are wicked." set of people.
Wicked like your mama will bring you come and we should have killed you and dash you in
No,
a condo.
no deal with no. Just relax them man. Sure man. They not have to deal with them saying no. No, just block them in.
And someone want to deal with them.
No man, nobody with that deal. Just calm down, please. Nobody with that for the show. I can't bother. Alright, so listen. Always PMP wicked. That is the question that I would ask. What has the PMP done? Are the JLP themselves destructive, you know? No, the PMP not do them nothing. All PMP do is be a good opposition and I give them suggestions how to help the people in my country and don't suffer people them and them now follow those instructions and I suffer people them. So how is the PMP wicked?
Thank you.
What the PMP?
Undefeated.
What the PMP?
You say you think I would have want me. Want me get where my look fine now. Remember them put him from backbench and give him post now, you know, so want me money turn up, you know.
Yes.
So him silent now, you know.
Yes, very silent. Big up yourself, Ricardo. Very silent. Hi Petal, how are you? Never play this back. At this one, them, you know, Pastor Peter Chambers word when get from the most I come to pass.
So he's gonna rise up, and this is someone.
Well, I'm gonna play first part.
That position had expressed since the. And I'm an imposter.
May I play for the start?
However, that's their conclusion, that's their opinion. Hallelujah. But we've got to talk a little about the local government election and what has been happening since the conclusion. And we see where there was a fight for the KSSC that is down in Kingston.
Yep.
And they said that they
this a video, you know.
Yet,
this a video, you know. When I play, you know, from our May or March 7, 2024. Now.
1 year now.
No man, 2024.
Oh, let me say 1 year now, March. You say March?
March
2024.
March 7th.
Right to the 2 year.
Thank you very much.
Backside.
2 years ago you said this. 2 years ago. Oh, undefeated rush. Just text me on WhatsApp. Let me send you now.
I think it's Winston Ennis who withdrew himself from that position and expressed that he wants to protect his character, his moral integrity, his family, etc. Then another video was done which psychological, those who work in the psychological realm know that either he has been threatened because the tone of voice.
You remember when Ennis did come back after the vice note and my girl they cuss him out and it did sound like him you know, like somebody threatening for true. And it sound that way there for true. I don't know if nobody threatening. I eat him and talk about. Listen.
It's saying that the last video that Winston Ennis did, he was threatened. He was threatened, I don't know by whom, for him to reinstate himself, but he's not comfortable. But the judgment, and the Lord told me to tell the leader of this land that as long as they are in power, trouble is going to follow them. Right now,
Jamaica, as long as Andrew Holness government in power, trouble is going to follow them. They will know no peace. Nothing what they do now go work. Hi Donna, how you doing, City? Nothing what they do now go work. Nothing. Remember, good, let me play that back.
Judgment. And the Lord told me to tell the leader of this land that as long as they are in power, trouble is going to follow them. Right now, what the Lord is revealing to me pertaining to this present government, that there will be constant war among them. Because some of you thought that the war has been there for a very long time, but the war is going to increase among them. The Lord is going to show and prove to the people of Jamaica that he's not with this government. Somebody said, thus said the Lord. The Lord spoke to me to tell the Prime Minister of Jamaica and his Obia team that he is not with this people. Praise be to God. He's not with this government. Their decisions and the Samoa law that is signed behind the back
of the people
of the nation, the citizens of this land. It will be exposed. Also, the Lord reveals to me that someone is going to rise up, and this is someone that is untouchable. This is someone that will be exposed. Also, the Lord reveals to me that someone is going to rise up.
Yes.
Rise up. And this is someone that is untouchable. This is someone that has their secret, that has their corruption, that has their ticket.
Yes.
This is someone that will expose them in a disgraceful manner. Truth are going to be exposed. Because what we see where people are resigning, people are getting sacked, people are getting fired. These decisions are very, very sticky. And even with warning time, it is going to cause a lot of bang around in the JLP party. After the election, the local government election,
tell them, Petal.
The Lord said the judgment has begun.
People who like up the life, I want to do. Uno year, the judgment has begun. So everything we see take place in a Jamaica Labour Party, they will know no peace.
No peace.
There shall be war among them. Lady J love war. There shall be war among them.
And a big foot girl them want and she walk all her 2 shoot bottom them drop off and let her go on the asphalt. Yeah? Yeah?
Yo,
because them go to the woman. If you notice, them really want something from her because 3 people went to her. 3. What is it?
Hey.
Why all you 3? And then they're not gonna say the woman must resign because like you know what say she old now. Look how this man behave when they tell him to go home to him grandchildren there.
No, but
I know what send home the woman and the woman then from Siaga days before uno top so no bed the prime minister in.
But what you know? No, not look how much old people in that party.
Well, I guess it's the only him and Wami. I'm here so Wami take care of people them in their constituency, you know. Rosie and Wami are probably the only 2 good somebody in a Labour Party because she stand up for the people there.
I wouldn't call Warmington a good person.
Well, remember in the when they comfortable
listen.
Unless I show the people them aren't
when a man say that a PMP MP can't spend fee money, you line cross right there. So. That's not a good person in politics. That is a person that does not deal with democracy. So I'm going to give him no ratings. Yeah, man, I'm going to give him no ratings. Him no love people. Him love people who think loyal to him to make him stay in a power. Him no love people. You understand what I say? Yeah, him no love people.
Yeah.
Remember when Colin Bell did one up on the tour? And him make him know say, yo, you can't come by my tour and have face to with him also. So I'm going to rate him.
Yeah.
I'm going to rate him. But anyway, let's continue with the audio. On the ear, Jerry Bryan in the background say a Munchie him talk and him talk about the one who threaten Andre and then the brown face one we're going like she a pretty dunce that the one I three of them Jerry Bryan have pandy something so apparently at them him talk. Let's continue.
Do you want me to call on the name, you know? Do you want me to call on the name? We're going to try help the party to solve their internal issues. Then come on a by side. Make it make sense to me. I have done it in the past and it never worked. So why I would want to carry it over in 2026? I want to blame information media for leak vice up. I'm going to ask Lawrence Rowe. I want to ask Donovan Williams. Since I don't want me what they're going to do. Go ask Donovan Williams, go ask Lawrence Rowe, and go ask Rosie how vice vote leak and leave information media alone and leave me alone. Because I'm in a supervisor group of Central Kingston. I'm going to tell you straight then. When you go ask the 3 day, how we vice vote leak, they will tell you no.
You know, say you come like you know something. Or am I focused on them 3 million this one?
But you know, your Rosie says not she leak it.
Yes, listen me now. I don't know who leak it. I'm just saying it look like him know something.
Look here. Let me tell you something. Donovan leak it, Because him want pressure come down on Rosie, and for them kick away Rosie from the so he can make him money in peace.
But you hear me I say, I say it on Andre's show last night and I've said it on here. The only way I can see Donovan Williams like put out the voice note them is if him believes him invincible and him have the bucket where him can't go to prison.
Well, I guess that's it.
That is the only way I could have seen him put it out for spite and make Rosie look bad in a reverse way.
Well, unless him think, remember say them now, so 100 in them head part, you know.
Listen,
them act before them think.
Listen, are the only way that, because remember say the man is supposed to be a lawyer, you know. You understand what I mean? So for him go put out that and show for himself under the boss, knowing the content of the voice note, that is questionable. Would somebody will support Rosie in the group, or persons will support Rosie in the group? That's a part of the other 16 persons that were in the group. That make more sense to me.
Alright, you know, say Rosie man put out you know, say Rosie man put him out and I say all of them to fame and on the third when he wasn't victorious, and them stay with him the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth until him get where him want. You know, okay. So him think him smart can to him a liar for true and defeated, but him not a sense.
But hear this now. You know, I'm sorry, I never thought about this last night when Noel did ask me the question, who me think would have most benefit. The more me think about it, Lawrence Rowe and Raman would have more benefit for leaking the voice if them have access to the group. Here's the reason why. Them are some young people who want position. So leaking the voice note would have benefit them more than even Rosie. Because Rosie and the Labour Party in a conflict now. But them would have get rid of Donovan Williams because of the scandal and Rosie. So would that be a 2-for-1 special? So one of them young people now could have fight for the position. One of them would have at least done councillor. You understand? So me didn't think about that last night when he asked me the question, you know. But when I look at it now, Raman name a call, Lawrence Rowe name a call, and Rosie said them a 2 months and then care what news. Any one of them leak it, them have a good position for say.
Remember say Lawrence, you know, him want a position real bad enough. Remember we kick him well.
They know
so
that.
Him desperate for a position right now, you know. So come show off and walk with him. I kind of walk like a hug, you know, you know. They want you to head like a bit.
To all Rosie described Donovan Williams, he don't seem like a nice person. So they might not like him neither. They might not like him neither.
Them not like him neither. Remember say the man and who we make run with from who we make dead. You know hear the things them.
Why this one are deep? Somebody said the person. Somebody said the person where benefit is when him Tufton will get position. So because Andrew name call and so, but yeah, listen, if Andrew not resign from him statutory declaration can't file. This thing with this thing with Donovan Williams is not even close to that.
It's a sugar and water we're full of drinks.
Oh, trust man. These are just drinks, man. You see, Andrew Holness can't certify asset that come like a drink grappa poison. And the man still
thank you.
And he's still there the same way. And a brag and a boast and up in a people's face. Oh my gosh, man. Florence, big up yourself. Ricardo, big up. Hey, wanna tap up your screen there for me. Like up the live. Get the likes up. Boy, I wanna come out tonight, man. Make glad for soon. Anyway, let's continue.
Well, a better position to tell no vice note league. Wax Rosie, Donovan Williams, and Lawrence Rowe, our vice note league. Leave information in your WhatsApp group alone. We don't have time to baga. Too much respect people in our WhatsApp group.
What?
Hey.
What? The dog is separating himself, man. Him now the time. Don't call me no too much. Don't call me no baga.
Don't call me no baga. Never bitter water.
Never bitter water. Yo. Andre playing a nice voice note them tonight?
No, he have a Christian song and he talk about she breaks chain and so.
Okay.
People don't forget she breaks chain.
Alright, man, I tell you, say me up on my boy, John, me up on my face right
You
now.
forgot Bolo.
They're too far, man. Me can't, that way him there, me can't go this, me not, funds not there right now, man, I tell you the truth. Difficult times right now. You understand? They don't want to look around right now, but I go and take time, come out of that and just give God thanks, you know what I mean? Yeah, but why is one a spicy? The man don't want to baga in them group in Jamaica. The man separate himself from the labor right them. Mighty God. Dana, big up yourself. Thanks for liking the video. I don't know.
Go back what's them the argument they're talking now. We discuss politics and try to end the Labour Party stay in power. That's what information media do.
Oh. He discuss politics and try to keep the Labour them in power. What a task he has, eh?
Oh Lord, that's a very heavy task.
You know what? At least he's honest. I forgive him that. At least him honest. Him tell the truth. Me like that. Him 100% I tell the truth. So that him there for. That is what he's there for. So you must know so the man bias. And all the way have a bias. Not true? That is it.
The two dons.
Hold on then. No.
Hey.
Infomedia.
Hey, Lord.
Infomedia. Bro.
Oh Lord.
Me don't know you what. Bro. You call the labor people and dunce. What you want with them? What you want with them? What you want we for do? If him a call them dunce, what you want to
say?
What you want we fi say? What you want me fi say? What's up, June? Good morning.
Understand the reason you say people are tear down party and people are do this and people are do that. Who is the, I'm trying to ask you, who is the party? Who know two dons? And I'm talking to JP bloggers them now, then dons. Me here bloggers I say, come in and back, so you think about Rosie if you go home and then start class human, the out of LJLP. Everybody pick their side. And they start cheering on Rosie. They must say Rosie live a foreign and all kind of false narrative draw against Rosie. While the same Rosie they did a love last week, you know. The same Rosie where I travel, they did a love around and they talk about it until Rosie and somebody catch up in their party.
You know, it doesn't matter who tell the truth. The truth is just the truth.
Truth is the truth.
Truth is just the truth of Lord.
It's just the truth.
It's just the truth. What kind of baga behavior that? You and Rosie good last week, and because Rosie and this man in a ray, all of a sudden, you not rate Rosie? Eh? No man. That is dunce. That is dunce.
But these bloggers, these so-called shithouse, what are they gonna do? Go ask Donovan Williams, go ask Lawrence Stroh, and go ask Rosie how Vice Sport League and leave information media alone and leave me alone. Come in a supervisor group of Central Kingston. I'm telling you straight then. When you go ask them straight or we Vice Sport League, they will tell you no. Them more in a better position to tell you no Vice Sport League. Go ask Rosie, Donovan Williams, and Lawrence Stroh or Vice Sport League. Leave information media WhatsApp group alone. We don't have time to baga too much.
Pyro, how you doing? The man now no time for no baga. People, new voice. Well, this is not a new voice note. This is a audio. It appears to be from Infomedia TikTok Live. And this is on Dre Bryan show. The title is Serious Blow to the Labour Party. Infomedia run out on the barrel bottom them in a Bustamante party.
Respect people go back WhatsApp group.
My God.
Go back WhatsApp group, them the argument they're talking now. We discuss politics and try to end the Labour Party stay in power. That's what information media do. When the two dons, if you don't understand the reason, you know, say people are tear down party and people are do this and people are do that. Who is, I'm the time for asking you, who is the party? Who know two dunce? And I'm talking to JP bloggers, them know, them dunce. Me here bloggers, I said, come in and back, say think about Rosie, if you go home and then start class, woman, the out of LJLP. Everybody pick their side. And they start cheering on Rosie. They must say Rosie live a foreign and all kind of false narrative draw against Rosie. While the same Rosie they did a love last week, you know. The same Rosie where I travel, they did a love around and they talk about it until Rosie and somebody catch up in their party. But these bloggers, these so-called shithouse, me and they gonna do.
Mighty God. The ship is sinking. The labor, yo, you need to come out, you need to go and come out back because your audio, me hear one echo babes. I don't know if you have something in the background.
Am I something?
Like me I hear about myself and I want to look muffled the way when I talk. I don't know what going on there so, but my goodness, Jamaica.
Information media for league vice out. One never ask Lawrence Rowe. One never ask Donovan Williams. Since I don't want to talk. I will ask the counselor. And there's so she said the vice note in a supervisor group. We don't leave information media to all about man. That's why people don't want to listen to me anymore. We don't get irrelevant on TikTok. Because we're too toxic. JP bloggers, they come like a graveyard, but now I hear them now people that drive past on the live and skip past on the live.
Hey.
Because you don't know to blog, you don't carry on the 2026, 2025 toxic behavior coming at 2026. And in our work for now. And there's a group of bloggers think them are doing JP, look, so don't know, do them no good. Go do the research. Nobody know what hear you now. Only too toxic. The only person to be blamed is the JLP because they should have nipped it in the bud from it started.
True.
I would blame Rosie. The leadership of the party must have a disciplinary committee.
Of course.
I would blame Donovan because Donovan is not the leader. Rosie is not the leader. You have a general.
Andrew is the leader. Juliet Holness is the leader. I wish she jump off and gone. Think she wanna try to come up back. No man, the pressure upon the pressure upon the JLP then, brother.
Secretary of a party chairman, I have 4 deputies. I have 2 deputies, deputy chairman and chairman. That should have been dealt with before it get out this bad. It is the party, the Jamaica Labour Party should be blamed because they were aware of the problem from the past. The JLP was aware of the problem from the past. So the time when you get up and I tell people about information media, WhatsApp group leak, or get on the facts because you're not liar, you're wicked, you're not blogger, nobody enough to listen to you. And I'm going to call on the name, you know. You know, you know. Don't make me call on the name, you know. Don't make me call on the name, you know. Don't make me call on the name. We're going to try help the party to solve the internal issues. Then come on my side. Make it make sense to me. I have done it in the past and it never worked. So why I would want to carry it over in 2026?
No, that is intelligent. He make the mistake in the past and him learn from it. But them do the same old thing them over and over again and expect to get a different result. They dance with you. Jamaica, they dance with you. You too loud?
Belly back
You
way.
moment? Okay. Mighty God.
Belly back way.
Where is it? Where is it? Spell it back way.
Yeah.
How I go on? Where is it spell back way? How are that?
Dance.
Oh, dance. What is dance back way?
Don't just turn it back and front on them because they're not going to know the difference.
Mighty God. Mighty God.
I want to blame information media for leak vice out. One never ask Lawrence Rowe. One never ask Donovan Williams. Sisters don't want me talk. Eh? I'm asking counselor. And there, so she said the vice note in a supervisor group. We don't leave information in the town about, man. Eh? That's why people don't want to listen to you anymore. We don't get irrelevant on TikTok. Because we're too toxic. JP bloggers, they come like a graveyard. The man now and hear them now people that drive past on the live and skip past on the live.
Hey! Andre, that's a
No man. Hey. Why? This one are too hot. This one are too hot. No, who is going to be next though? Undefeated Rush. Unmute yourself, mama. Who is going to be next?
Repeat
your question, Bolo.
What is going to be next? Who is going to be next? What constituency is going to be next? Which JLP MP?
Right now we know.
Who is going to be next?
You see, as far as what we see, that's why I ask if you remember what Peter Chambers did say.
Yes.
And you know the funny thing, a lot of these JLP, I don't even know if we style them this night. A lot of them did a text it on the man and I say my false prophet.
Yeah.
But look what we didn't know. Let me tell you something.
hear none of them talk.
Info is not my cup of tea, you know.
Yeah.
But guess what? You know when we give him props for,
Yeah.
he not put up with the foolishness. I see him call a spade a spade. Whether I'm party or not, he might go tell them the truth. So at least him can take accountability. And if you realize him not deny the allegations fair say a lie like what Rosie a lie Rosie until you realize him say the party should have fixed it.
Yes.
Because a long time it have gone.
Yeah, and that's a sensible analogy, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
It look like say Donovan a pick for Rosie long time because him have a plan. And Rosie now make him get the money where him supposed to get. Him supposed to make more, but Rosie a block him traffic. So you know him always a pick on her, and him knows so Rosie mount no license. So he drag her to where she got to.
Yeah.
But look here, you know the next thing when I pick from this, the fact said them have to keep her send somebody to Rosie. That show the power where she have. So it's not somebody where they can push you over.
You know say that point that we make a while ago. Me want more for believe say she are gonna be the one in the prophecy to expose. Yeah. Because
you hear them say somebody with them untouchable, the woman untouchable, them can't do her nothing.
Right.
Because look into this, you know, Uno makes this, right? The Prime Minister himself go to her. He know
the wife go to her.
Wife, then he send Babsy.
And then he send Babsy.
That's serious.
Till he send Donovan Panar. So no just
that's
power. She have secret for them.
That is
so
serious.
So they can't just go over her but do what they want.
No, that
so
is
powerful for true.
That is very I just come to think of it. That is a very vital point. Because when she said
she Pastor Chambers are talking about.
Oh God.
They're untouchable. Them can't do her nothing.
Whoa.
Look here, remember said that the woman they take bullet for them, you know. And she still stand up strong down at that time, she not run away, you know.
You can imagine how much generation of people she take care of the community for the last 30 plus years.
You know, here said the woman have one shop. And the line out there where you see long like a Chinese man them there. And everybody a trust. And she just give them the things them.
What?
She just trust out the whole shop.
Wow.
Alright. Everybody else have house and this and Rosie have a family house, you know. Rosie now no big house for no ill no way, you know. Then if you show you say she cater for the people them, you know. To make sure the old people, them and the people they're well taken care of.
Yes, and that she saying her voice not for true. Wow.
We are giving them so much money for. Them deserve to get it. And you see what she do? Who forget them 50 grand? She not give them it till after Christmas in January. Them get for them money. She give to the people them.
Hold on there. Carry on. Pastor Peter Chambers now company show. And
So when they say she have a bar too.
hold on now. Pastor Peter Chambers now company show. But if he should ever want to come on the show, he knows say he's welcome. You understand? But me not expect him to come on the show still. Because him done with Jamaica. Done. Hold on, me have a caller. Hold on. Yes, General.
Bolo.
Yeah. Turn off something in our background. Yeah, man, you're good now. Go ahead.
Yo. I'm here listening to the program.
Yes.
And listen to the ladies that were talking. Pick up the ladies that, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Remember, Bolo, that when Andrew, the last meeting that they keep on in the last election card, right?
Yes.
You know, West Kingston, remember what Andrew saying, if you have a girlfriend
Yes.
in the party,
Yes.
Rosie is the one.
Yes.
If you can find that clip,
no, man, me have it, man.
Me
have it, man. I think I have it somewhere here.
Okay. But that is showing that Rosie is not a pushover.
Yeah.
And that's what they wanted. They want somebody to be, they want the yes man. You see the yes man game?
Mm-hmm.
Rosie, you know,
True.
Rosie, the yes man game, she don't into it, and that's a woman with integrity. She hold her integrity high, and that is the problem why the other side of people, the rest of people in the party don't like that vibes about Rosie because Rosie don't pull up to the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, me can find this clip where you talk about. Me have it, man. Try to find it. Continue, my boss. Why?
I'm hitting so.
Yeah, so Rosie definitely. I wish they should ban. Me say she ban January. I wish they not January.
Not January, she's a Capricorn.
I
think.
No,
me too. I'm a Capricorn too.
Yeah, me a Capricorn too. No.
7th January.
Rosie,
no. On the 6th.
Rosie,
Right.
the January Capricorn and darker than the December Capricorn. You know, so it worse.
Yeah.
So you know, say Rosie not really run joke. No, me understand what go on. Rosie never fit in a Labour Party from morning. A wrong place you go put for your loyalty. Wrong place you go do that. Because we loyal and friend. But we not take bullshit, and when we see something wrong, we just go say wrong.
And when we're done with people, we're done.
Yes, that is it. So now me understand why Rosie have that tone that she have. You feel me I deal with? I'm not smart if you ramp with that. This is serious story. Rosie, big up yourself, Rosie.
I see somebody in the comments say Rosie not like Andrew from morning. But I don't see I never like Andrew from morning neither.
Yeah, but I don't think that is it though. I don't think that is it. She probably never liked some things. She disagree with some things.
You see, she remember saying the woman did it from them time there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And it look like she's very, very close to Siaga.
Yeah.
Look like she was very, very close to him.
Mm-hmm.
So conversations and stuff conversation. Remember, said the man never want him neither for come to the prime minister, you know. Because them know him that go dip him under the cookie jar big time did not do that from then time there.
As I talk about dipping in a cookie jar, and Jonas couldn't pay a student loan, but in they have so much money.
And them could keep them when the fish right, make them marry them.
Yeah, only coming in politics with so much money. He was on an interview on Nationwide, I believe, where he disclosed the amount of money when coming, I think, with all that work.
How much him did say again?
I think a 47 million. Something
could have come in with 47 million because when the documents them show everything, not 300,000.
Listen to me, man. The man come on an interview. You understand? The man come on. As a matter of fact, I know if you find Mystic Sensation and the one to be disciplined, but I have it on my phone. Hold on, my phone there. Rotted, my general. Let me see, if me have it on my phone, we probably have got hang up for play, but we don't know. Hold on, let me check first. The
when you find the clip, man, just can just blame it back, man. But at the same time, in Canada right now, over Canada right now, the topic are the hottest topic over here right now. It's a round table talk.
what you say?
Yeah, man, it's a round table talk over here, man.
My goodness, no man, Canada festive, then Canada tune into Jamaican. Wow. Big up Canada, you know, Canada give amazing support. See it, yeah? I have it on my TikTok. Right.
If I have any girlfriend in fun. If I have any girlfriend in fun. No. If I have any girlfriend in fun. If I have any girlfriend in fun. Rosie, I myself go back very long, very long. And during my challenges and low moments, I always rely on the loyalty and honesty of Rosie. A very frank and straightforward person.
Want to hear that?
Alright.
The man said, in them lowest times, Rosie. Darkest times, Rosie. Very straightforward and frank person, loyal and honest.
Okay.
What a piece of
What are we gonna say
recommendation.
now?
Oh, you think
Hey, the man that wants always come back to bite him, you know?
Where you say, General?
Or you think I'm going to banter somebody like Rosie?
In a
a person like a woman like that a certain caliber.
Yes.
Caliber of person that the party that if they lost Rosie, they lost an asset.
Yes.
If
Definitely.
they lost her, they lost an asset.
Yes.
And I bet you any money right now, then they buy them high horses right now, the boss I go bet right now because the Rosie gone. Enough of the foolishness that is inside here. Rosie is going to reveal it, and that is what they don't want. That's why the opponent send in cease and desist. When I send in cease and desist, you know, you're trying to shut down the person, and the person has said nothing, you know. That means that the person has been talk out certain things because they know they want that go out in the public. People are whooping.
Yes.
Worse, people are scrutinizing from a long time, and then now cities come up in the open up. People going to open up their arm wall, you know what I mean? So, the Lord Rosie, and basically, what they are afraid of, is that if Rosie leave, because you remember Rosie said,
she will make PMP when he see it.
Buy him ticket.
Yes. She will make PMP when he see it.
You know, that means why Rosie make him know big time, say, look here, Bridget, she was doing tell her, and she make sure tell him. She said, look here.
Pack your dulce.
Make sure.
Buy your
ticket.
Me, I will get you out. Me, I have to get you out. She's free and I like, but she has to get him out. And a woman like that, when somebody says something like that, you know, take it light, because remember, if I be sent here from way in America to come over here to win seat, whether she win by 1 or 2 or 3, she win.
Exactly.
You see me, a win is a win.
True, man. Why?
Right? And if Rosie come to PNP, I roll over that. It's like a roller coaster on the ground.
Hi, Carly. What's up? True.
All right, take care, undefeated.
All right, undefeated. Later, big up yourself. You know, say you have responsibility. That one have to go. Okay. Why? I don't know how I'm going to stay now, because I don't think I can survive the two things that my company name. Because remember, 3 things. The Integrity Commission report. His name is in the Integrity Commission report with some, I think allegedly some companies that Andrew have also, or whatever. And then now, the situation with the drill, and him named upon whoever owned. And then people was asking, is person A Andrew Holness?
That's what I was gonna say just now. Like
I'm
remember
just,
say, and I remember him give
I'm
back the
just
shares them, you
asking the
know.
question. Is
Remember
person
him
A
dash it back, you know,
all
after the
right?
fire catch him, you know.
Hi Gene, how you doing? Yeah man, yeah man. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Respect. Yeah, so you know, go on burn the fire. All right, Rinsa, big up yourself. Rinsa, big up, big up. Yeah, man, I'm not going to like up a like. People feel like, okay, I get to 50,000 likes easy, you know. I don't have to do I tap up the screen and share with 10 person, you know. And for YouTube, I feel like we can go to 300 person in a night or so. Do the same. Just press the like button. It's right here up at the top of the screen. Look a thumbs up button. Like this. And you press that and you're supposed to can hit the like.
Also, you know, I wonder if the Jamaica Labour Party supporters realize, say, and not just Jamaica, this a keep
No.
as something we are go worldwide. You see, the way they come out and not justify. Me if you wonder, as well, me say since night over Mala, them people are them bewitched, you know. That's why they behave or they behave.
No man, they are going with some things in the kitchen there. Lord have mercy. Or are you?
No, man.
Are you?
I want cheer.
Okay, okay. Me think that you're.
No, man. When me look on you, see, you know, say something like this where I fake. We the poor. And they come out every day and defend them people and we just load them pocket and not care about poor people. Everything a lie. And when we look on you see,
Thanks for the follow.
Yeah man, respect.
All we not say, them would say yes, that's how it go.
No, but
anything have to do with the jail people, them say a lie.
Member say, you know, Andel big up. Member say, you know, say them blagger they put a whole heap of fasting for Marky G name, you know. Some very despicable things, you know. Me don't know if you listen to Mark Golden interview on Colin Bell show the other day. You listen?
No.
How would they say? We don't have to go to it, man. We have to go to it. We have to go to that. That was an excellent interview. He man touch upon some holy something, but he said something about like, you know, them people who tell lie on the internet and I say, yo, you don't really watch them, you don't really pay them no mind because they don't really have nothing to sue them for. But I'm like,
exactly.
them broke. But him say, if it is that them liable and them have something where you can actually take from them, that is of value, you know what time it is. You know what time it is.
But my Prime Minister said never born with rose food in their mouth. That's why I must teeth, you know.
Them tell them, man. See Marky G, you know. I want a long interview to, you know, backside.
In Parliament, and I've been many times, but I try to avoid being late, you know. No. I just, I try to organize.
I know you as a man who's always punctual, even when you're coming on tours and things, I say to the people in the meeting, if the party leader says he's going to be here at 10 o'clock, he's going to be here at 10, so.
You see that discipline of being on time, and when you make a commitment, is a signature of leadership. You know what say? I was ready for Andre's show about 20 minutes before the show. I was ready for about 8:20, 8:15. I was in the back studio listening and them something where I don't like to make promises and commitment to be somewhere and then I don't go there on time. It's tardy. It doesn't show
look
good
here now,
leadership.
We're Capricorn. You see me, Bolo? Bolo. Yes. I'm supposed to get in to work at 8 o'clock. At 7:30, 7:40 the latest, I'm a work yard, sitting in my car. And you have this girl, she's always late. If I have 2 minutes late, it upset me now because I release you every morning on time. Me deal with time, me not like late. Me not late for nothing, you know.
Yes.
So you see when time for me get off, I want you be on time and it upset me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something I don't like either. It really pisses me off.
But you know where I learned to be on time, Bolo?
when I was living in London.
Mm.
Because you see, if you have an appointment and you
Yes.
even 1 minute late, you have to reschedule.
Wow. That's discipline.
Yeah, and this I learn time.
Mm-hmm.
I know that time is very important.
Very important.
And people time important too.
All right.
Be here. Morning, Mr. Mark Bolin, leader of opposition.
Morning, Colin. Great Colin Bell. Portland Spice TV.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah.
Welcome. Current leader,
Mm-hmm.
we have watched the budget presentation. I don't remember. Have I spoken to you since the general election on the channel?
I'm not sure we have.
I don't know. I don't
I
remember
don't think so.
if we have
No.
spoken, but
No.
if we have not spoken, congratulations.
Where's the
on
bike?
doubling the seat.
Where's the bike? Boy, $1,000 labor at them.
I know we wanted to win. We're never going to be double seat to go in there for win, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It was bittersweet, more bitter than sweet, obviously, because we didn't win. But as you said, to increase the vote by over 100,000 over 2020 election, double the seat count from 14 to 28, and one of them still before the court, which could make it to 29, depending on how that plays out.
Yes.
And
Hey, Marky G Sharp, you know? What do you think him attack? One Paul Buchanan versus Andrew Holness. Hey, da-da-dee. Da-da-da.
yeah, it was
Play that again.
double the seat count from 14 to 28, and one of them still before the court, which could make it to 29, depending on how that plays out.
Yes.
And yeah, it was it's a good looking parliament now. It's a much more even balanced parliament, and we have a lot of impressive new members of parliament in the house.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And some of them are coming to the fore.
Indeed, and some bright new faces in the Senate as well. So, I think the opposition is definitely more than holding its own. I think we're showing Jamaica that we have a strong team with a good balance of gender, intellect, street smarts, and of course, all of us committed to uplifting the people of Jamaica and finding and pursuing a model of development that is inclusive, that delivers greater levels of wealth to our people, equitably shared, and a society which is cohesive and where we're governed along the lines and principles of accountability and integrity.
If you're just joining us this morning, we're talking to Jamaica.
Hey, when you hear the detail, the man clear upon him vision, and him purpose, for the people of Jamaica, Very, very clear. He wants a society where the government officials himself is held accountable. Yes, leading by example where accountability and transparency and good governance is concerned. Right? And then the wealth, growing the wealth of the country so it can be shared, equally. So everybody can have a chance to grow and let their talent shine and earning through all of the different social programs out there for the people to take advantage of it. I tell you,
Called
stuff.
Opposition Leader, Mark Jefferson Goldie. We listened to your presentation in the Parliament on the budget, and we also listened to the opposition spokesman on finance. He gave his presentation. We listened to the Prime Minister, we listened to the Minister of Finance twice. And in her closing, she insisted that the tax measures implemented by the government had to be implemented. Here's a chance for you to counter that.
Listen, it's a question of what you prioritize and how you go about seeking to achieve your priorities. So the government has been faced with a downturn in the economy from Hurricane Melissa. And even prior to that, there were structural challenges in the budget, because if you notice in 24-25 fiscal year and 25-26 fiscal year, they've been heavily reliant in their budgeting on what we call non-tax revenues. One-off revenues from specific transactions which cannot be repeated. So in 24-25, there was a sale of the future income of the Norman Manley Airport. They sold it and raised a little over $70 billion towards the budget. That's 12 years of future income, which is no longer belonging to Jamaica. And so that's gone. They took the money up front, spent it in that fiscal year. In 25-26, the fiscal year ending now, they did a similar transaction yielding just over $60 billion for the
100.
future revenues, I think 10 years of future revenues for the Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay. They took that money up front and the future revenues no longer belong to Jamaica. So that's how they've been funding the budget. And they've been doing other things as well. In fact, Senator Raman Small Ferguson yesterday in the Senate highlighted.
Big up Raman Small Ferguson. Totally destroyed them in the Senate. And I think we definitely have to play that. We definitely have to play that. But the future revenue that they took to fund the budget. Jamaica, you work for somebody, Zane. This month, you need to pay your rent. You know what I mean? Your light bill get a little higher. Right? You go to your boss and say, give me an advance. And that's the government do, you know. Them have an asset and them say, give me the future earnings of that asset. Give me 2 months rent in advance, 3 months rent in advance. That means between now and the next 3 months, you don't have no pay for collect, you know. So if you don't use that money, where you basically borrow the future earnings from, if you don't use that money to generate the economy to some point where it's actually multiplying and growing, some more taxes are coming in or whatever, people might earn more, the dollar gets stronger, so you know, say spending power gets stronger and the money are circulate. If that's not happening, what you think, where you gonna survive the next year or the next month? Where you gonna get the money from to pay rent? Where's you gonna go? You don't have no money for collect. You have to go find it from some different source. So this is the reason why now they have been targeting money from everywhere they can target, namely the NHT, the 11.4 billion. They don't have no plans to stop take it out. Them don't know how to fund the economy without it. And then that's why them drop the tax pan with book with the bag of sugary drinks, them and all them something there. Because them are look to we to fill the gap of their incompetence in terms of not knowing how to grow the economy. Pretty much bad stewards of the economy, bad stewards of the money. Is the same thing Edward Siaga do in the 1980 going down to 1989 Jamaica. Mash up Jamaica economy. Right? And if it wasn't for the fiscal papers and the fiscal rules that the People's National Party put in a 2014, Zane, I'm telling you, it would have been worse right now. It would have been worse. It's those laws and guidelines that they can't cross Jamaica is the only reason why we have a cushion right now, even with all that disaster them we see out. That's why the People's National Party has been saying to them, guys, get moving, ramp up the economy, start building back houses, start circulate the momentum of building up the economy. Because we only have a short window where the fiscal discipline is relaxed. After that short window, it will tighten up again. So you got to maintain paying back a certain amount of money to service the debt to GDP, to bring it down. Suppose the next hurricane liquid next year. Suppose the next hurricane liquid this year, that is equal or even less equal than the one we liquid last year. When it's hurricane season, the people who were there in the West, them no recover all now. They're not even close, not even start, nothing at all. People gone out in a mobile 4 days straight. I look for them money, look money where the government supposed to give them, and them can't get the local money. Zine, imagine what got me in the next 4 months. 4 months from now. So you have April, May, June, July. April, May, June, July. July are going to August, you know? The hurricane season that. Just think about the next 4 months. And then look at now. The war are going, you know? Fuel prices, you know? Everything has gone up, you know? I don't know if you're not reading the newspaper, but I come across one article in a newspaper where I said, mighty God, we in a trouble. This Iran war no look like it have no ending in sight. Me talk about no ending in sight, Jamaica. I kid you not. Let me find Mr. Rahman's speech first before me go to else. Because I tell you, say, General deal with them wicked in the parliament. You deal with them terrible, man. You need not to deal with them so bad still, you know, like. You deal with them rough and rugged. And him so smooth, him no, you know?
Fiscal challenges that we now face. We must be clear that the fiscal challenges that we now face as a country did not, contrary to what the minister sought to reiterate just now, begin with the hurricane. So my contribution is going to be focused on 3 areas. I'm going to talk about the underlying fiscal condition of Jamaica prior to Melissa. I'm going to speak a bit about some of the policy choices that have been made in the budget. I'm going to talk a bit about the implications of those choices for the Jamaican people. The first port of call is to speak a little bit about the context in which the budget is being set, and really to dispel the idea that Jamaica was in a state of perfection before the hurricane, which was just reiterated just now. We all know, Mr. President, that Melissa was a significant event, very significant. But it would be incomplete and ultimately...
Hold on there. So Jamaica, nobody never tell me say halfway tree flood out today. How would you write that going so? Look on halfway tree. No man.
Things like see me there in a Bolo.
Then I look at rainfall.
I want that too.
I look at rainfall and halfway tree flood out so. But Jamaica mash up. But I shower, you know. Shower. Shower mash up Jamaica. No, that to my point again now. Suppose, I mean, a little rainfall and I do damage to the road, them, you know. Them look event, yeah. Them look clouds, yeah, just precipitation and rain and fall, and I want bag of damage this now, you know. Flood out the whole place. Water just a settle there so. You know them area there. Could they? No man, we will continue with Mr. Rahman Small Ferguson. No, sir.
Misleading, Mr. President, to suggest that the fiscal pressures that we now face began with Hurricane Melissa. The truth is that, Mr. President, despite what the government would like it to believe, in the years leading up to Melissa, Jamaica was already showing signs of underlying fiscal weakness, and I'm going to get into it.
Underlying fiscal weakness, you never tell a lie. See the article at Jamaica? The Iran-backed Houthis. You don't know who's the Houthis? From the Iran, something started. You don't hear about the Houthis. So the Iran, sorry about that. The Iran-backed Houthis enter the month-old war and could further threaten shipping. Let's read. Iranian-backed Houthi rebels entered the month-old war in the Middle East on Saturday by claiming a missile launch that Israel said it intercepted. You hear that? Claiming a missile launch that Israel said it intercepted. Pakistan said regional powers plan to meet Sunday on how to end the war. While Iran expressed skepticism about the diplomatic efforts, the Houthis' entry could further hurt global shipping if they again target vessels in the Bab el-Mandeb Strait of the Red Sea. Jesus of mercy. The Houthis, them have missile according to this report, ladies and gentlemen. The Houthis send missile off of Israel, but they intercept it. The Houthis getting involved now could hamper any diplomatic talks, and the Iranian them don't not trust USA already because of how them analyze their leader. This not look good enough. No end in sight, ladies and gentlemen. This not look good. So when you talk about the economy in Jamaica, just keep it in mind that this thing could go on for a long time. Alright, let's continue.
We're not always evident in the headline numbers, right? And clear in how the fiscal accounts were structured and some of the policy choices. But there are a number of elements, in some respects, masking the weakness, and I'm going to speak about some of them. First, there has been in recent years, Mr. President, an increased reliance by the government on revenue measures introduced as temporary responses to specific circumstances, but which have been retained and normalized as permanent features of our fiscal framework. I'm going to say it over and over again. Right? The second, Mr. President, and most significant, showing up in our recent fiscal outcomes, is the fact that they've been supported by one-off, non-recurring transactions. Right? While these have generated significant inflows, and in and of themselves are not a challenge if done right, they do not represent sustainable sources of revenue. Right? We're going to ask those on that side to train their ears and listen. Right? So, the third area masking the weakness.
Want to hear the discipline of this man? You look at pit bull them when they over labor right bench. They come at the Senate to come disturb the PMP. Man say, I'm going to ask you to train your ears and learn something here. You remember good?
Mr. President, is that targeted measures that had defined the policy objectives have over time been redirected from their original purpose. The revenue remains, but the policy rationale has been diluted or in some cases abandoned. And that my time is limited, I have a long list, but I'm only going to touch on 4. Taken together, Mr. President, these factors point to a fiscal position that is increasingly dependent on temporary measures, shifting policy around, and non-recurring inflows to maintain balance. In other words, the apparent strength that's boasted about masks emerging structural pressures. This is the context, Mr. President, in which Hurricane Melissa arrived. The hurricane didn't create any of these conditions. It exposed and in some respects intensified them.
Yes.
And if we are to craft any form of credible response, we have to begin with some honesty and acknowledge them and recognize them.
That is a fundamental statement right there, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to fix a problem, you first have to acknowledge the problem. You see, that's what he said, and that's what Mark Golden is. That's part of what Mark Golden was talking about right here.
Other things as well. In fact, Senator Raman Small Ferguson yesterday in the Senate highlighted the fact that things like the asset tax, which were intended to be temporary and were explicitly imposed on a temporary basis during a fiscal crisis when our debt was over 140% of GDP, those have been normalized and made permanent. Similarly, the extraction of $11.4 billion a year out of the National Housing Trust, those have been subsequently, that was for 4 years. The law was amended for 4 specific years, and it should have ended. They've continued it now for a further 10, and now they've announced they're going to do it for 5 more years. And even the tax on fuel that was established in 2015 to pay for insurance in the form of what's called a hedging contract, where you go out into the financial market and you buy insurance to say that if the price of oil goes above a certain specific amount per barrel.
You know, some more big up Ivan and all our people them are constantly company live. Anytime the company live, when we show mad love and on top up the light, but we appreciate them very, very much. You understand? Big up all of my gift to them. Special shout out to all of the you know, what do you call it, the fan club members, everybody that's on. Yeah man, join the fan club if you don't appreciate the content. For those on YouTube, consider becoming a member of the platform. The super chat is open, it's available. You can gift people memberships, and you can also, you know, line up yourself your own membership as well. And there's also gifts that you can give on YouTube now, just like TikTok. I'm telling you, you know, see, things are evolving. Let's continue.
Then you get a payment under the hedging contract to basically cover most of that increased cost of oil. And that was to protect Jamaica, which is heavily dependent on oil and gas.
This is important. The edge palm fuel is very important. I never knew about it until a few days ago. I never knew nothing about this edge palm fuel. Listen to this.
And you buy insurance to say that if the price of oil goes above us, now they've announced they're going to do it for 5 more years.
Listen to this.
And even the tax on fuel that was established in 2015 to pay for insurance in the form of what's called a hedging contract, where you go out into the financial market and you buy insurance to say that if the price of oil goes above a certain specific amount per barrel, then you get a payment under the hedging contract to basically cover most of that increased cost of oil. And that was to protect Jamaica, which is heavily dependent on oil and gas, from the volatility in the oil price internationally. And they abandoned the hedging program, but they kept the tax. So
Jamaica, let me explain it to you in very simpler terms. There was a tax that was implemented. The money from the tax was specifically to buy insurance where fuel is concerned. So you see when fuel prices go up, you could link the insurance to mitigate the cost. So it would say the fuel costs 200 million. Hypothetically, the insurance will give you $65-80 million, and you would have only pay $120 million for the same fuel. Now, the tax, is specifically for the insurance, to buy the insurance for the fuel. They stopped buying the insurance for the fuel. This is the Jamaica Labour Party that did this. They stopped buying the insurance for the fuel, but they still collect the tax that was there specifically to buy the insurance. So they take the money to buy the insurance and don't buy the insurance, Jamaica. I hope you understand what I just say a while ago. Big up yourself, user. Thank you so much. Zine, they took the money to buy the insurance, but never bought the insurance. That's like somebody, you tell your mother, say, Mom, say I'm hungry. I go to school today, I need money for go to school. And mommy give the money for go to school, and you never go to school. The government of Jamaica has been doing that for quite some years now. And you see, story come to bump now, because that insurance would be very useful for us if they were paying it. Right now, with fuel prices going up and up and up and up. So again, a program that the PMP implemented that was beneficial to us, the people of Jamaica, in having our lives, not in a roller coaster where the cost of living is concerned. The Jamaica Labour Party crippled it, and they graped it and graped its resources and put it into other things. God knows what, Jamaica. God knows what them put the money into. But them never pay for the insurance. What a wicked government. You see, them say no new taxes, but that a thief, Why them never remove the tax since as them not pay for the insurance? Why them never remove the tax since them not paying for the insurance? Them is some skullduggery artists. They need to go and get away. Father God, me know see our work on them case. You understand? And we're here patiently waiting for your hand to move the right time and strike. You understand what I deal with? If you wave your finger.
We're still collecting this tax on fuel, but we don't have any insurance in place. And Jamaica is going to feel it now.
You see that?
Because of the failure to maintain that hedging program, where we see the oil price, because of the Middle East war, spiking and going over $100 per barrel, when the budget was predicated on a price per barrel of somewhere in the region of $60. So to go back to your question now, I just set the context,
Yes.
They found themselves this fiscal year facing a gap. And they decided to fill that gap by maintaining the extraction of $11.4 billion from the National Housing Trust and imposing a tax package of roughly $18 billion of new taxes on the people. And we said, look, in opposition, it's not our job to come up with a detailed budget. We don't have an army of civil servants to prepare budgets.
And technocrats and all that.
And all of that. But looking at the numbers as presented in the budget documents, and stepping back and thinking about how else we could approach it, we said, look, since the economy is already going through 2 successive years of negative real GDP growth, the economy is shrinking. And under Melissa, that was made worse. And they're projecting for the coming fiscal year negative real GDP growth again of 0.5%. That's in their fiscal policy paper projections. We said, look, to impose a tax package on an economy that's already moving in the wrong direction is only going to push it further in that direction, because it takes disposable income out of consumers' pockets and means that demand that drives economic activity is suppressed. So we said that's the wrong economic approach in an economic downturn. So we have to find a different way of funding it. And we said that's possible. And so what we looked at was tax compliance measures that can generate revenue from the existing tax regime, not putting new taxes on the people, and where other countries have done this successfully. And we said, looking at what's happened elsewhere, the potential to raise additional revenue from this type of focus is very significant. But we said, because we knew the time frame for rolling it out would be short, we identified $8.6 billion of revenue that could be generated from moving to a real-time invoicing system where all invoices generated by businesses, and we would start with large businesses in the service sector, because
obviously, because that's one of the things I said. They should roll this thing out immediately, as fast as possible. Target the big clusters, the big company, them where they have the most traffic of people. Everywhere where Jamaican people shop the most, on an everyday basis, them big business, they have Portmore and Kingston, Montego Bay and them places there, we have high traffic are coming. Target them business place there, get them online, and make sure say every single transaction, the amount of tax go up on the item them, go to the tax office. Yeah man, it would have surprised Jamaica how much money the money can generate if they fast track this thing. I come talk about it cannot work. They don't want it to work.
Economy is 70% services, and in the financial services, tourism services, and so on, there are major players, the professional firms like lawyers and accountants and so on. We would require them to upload their invoices on a real-time basis, both for their purchases and their sales. And you could reconcile that against their actual GCT returns each month and identify where there's leakage. And we know there's substantial leakage. And that, we think, could generate a lot more revenue than 8.4 billion, but it would take some time to roll out. So we would focus on the bigger players initially, and we estimated that we could cover 8-point match from that source. We also looked at the Digital Nomads program that Barbados had successfully rolled out during COVID, essentially encouraging professionals who deliver their services largely through the digital domain and do not need to be resident in a particular country in order to do that. All they need is internet access, essentially, and a place to work. Encouraging them to come and set up their own home here and live life here and do their work from here. And Barbados put a series of measures around promoting that and got a lot of people to come, high net worth individuals typically, who come and spend their money in your economy. And
Jamaica, you see that idea? I think it could catch serious, it could generate serious money to the economy. And let me tell you why. Somebody like me that does, or somebody that does more outside vlogging than like a iShow Speed and all these other, they're already coming to Jamaica, they've been to Jamaica, But for you to say, listen, you can't come here and live for 3 months, 6 months, a year, and you just come and do content. Do you know how much content there is to do in Jamaica? If you are a vlogger, to travel all around Jamaica and get the history and a lot of things, a lot of places, the people, like, bro, I'm telling you, yo, you can make some serious content and some serious money off of that content, while especially you have a big platform already. And then the making of the content by these people is going to promote people to come to Jamaica anyway, because they're going to see things from the actual videos that they want to experience as well. So it's going to promote the country's golden goose, which is tourism. It makes sense. Jamaica is going to have an indirect and a direct effect on tourism because of what those people do for a living. Yes.
help to drive economic activity, drive tax collections because they're spending, and so
Exactly.
taxes are being collected on sales, etc. And we said Jamaica should do that because geographically, culturally, language-wise, lifestyle-wise, this is an attractive jurisdiction. We could sell it, and they don't all have to be in Kingston. Some of them could be in Portland. You know, some of them could be in desirable places where there's a lot of beauty and so on, and they can live in a relaxed atmosphere and do their work. In Barbados, we estimated that some revenue could be generated from that source as well. And then we looked at some public bodies which have accumulated surpluses on their balance sheet, and we said we would take some resources from the Bank of Jamaica. The government is programming $9 billion of distribution from the surplus of BOJ. We say we take an extra one to make it 10. And similarly, the Factories Corporation has surplus in there. We would take 2 billion of that surplus as well. So just looking at where the different pockets of resources were and how tax compliance and other things could be put together, this is how we would make up the difference without imposing new taxes. Essentially what we were trying to do with this was to show Jamaica that it's not just a narrow bookkeeping exercise when you're deciding tax policy. It has to be driven by an economic philosophy and an economic policy that is going to push the country in the direction it needs to go. Imposing taxes on people when the economy is already in a slump is bad policy, and it's to be avoided if possible. And we've said these are ways in which it could be avoided. Of course, Minister Favour Williams, in closing the budget today, poo-pooed all of that and said, no, it could never be done in time and it would never generate any revenue, etc., etc. But that's a management determination.
They also say you couldn't take the money from the Bank of Jamaica.
Well, you know, again, so she said, but what she was saying there is that you can't force BOJ to pay a distribution because they're supposedly independent. But BOJ is part of the Jamaican economic matrix, and it's a public body. And they are distributing profits to the government in the coming fiscal year. As I understand it, 9 billion. We were suggesting 1 more billion. In fact, I think in the budget during COVID or the year after, Nigel Clark took over $20 billion of surplus out of the BOJ.
21-22 budget.
Well, there you go. You know,
I did not know that. So how Faithful Williams coming in the parliament the other day and a poo on the idea say they did want 1 more billion on the 9, but them already would have get from BOJ. And Nigel Clark take what? 20-something million? 20-something? No man, don't play that back.
I think in the budget during COVID or the year after, Nigel Clark took over $20 billion of surplus out of the BOJ.
21-22 budget.
Well, there you go.
21 billion? Wow. Yo, these people, man, shout out to the PMP. They are killing it when it comes on to the information they put it on. These programs when them coming on, the mortgage company, everybody. I need somebody to interview Alan Bernard. Yeah, 21 billion. I need somebody to interview Alan Bernard. Oh, he came with all the smoke in Parliament the other day about the beaches and beach access. Man, I love it. Shout out to the brother.
In order to, that was a major part of the fiscal program for that year. Another example of one-off non-sustainable tax revenue. So, you know, Favour was essentially trying to just belittle our presentations because of the politics of it. Because it looked bad on her that she had come with such an unimaginative set of solutions that are in fact going to further depress economic activity at a time when we're already in a slump. You know, and we also,
so basically Favour came with gimmicks. He never had any substance, what you would say in Jamaica. It's all politics. She's playing politics with the people in mind because they know that when it comes to the economics of things, a lot of people are not going to do any reading and try to, you know, listen to the person them that actually know what they matter about and then go fact check what they're saying and try to gain an understanding of how things work. So they play on the people's ignorance, and they are very disgusting for doing that. Seriously, I don't have any respect for them. I don't rate people try to take me for either. You feel what I deal with? If I have knowledge, I'm going to help you, give you that knowledge so you can even be greater than I am. I'm not trying to hold you down by, you know, not giving you, you know, sensible advice. They don't even understand the big words that mean something simple. But that is the thing though, we live in the age of technology, we live in the age of knowledge, where on your fingertips you can just go and Google the word. Even if you spell the word wrong, you can even say the word in your phone and you will know how it's spelled then. So it's actually teaching you. How you doing, Steve Mix? Big up. It's actually teaching you. So they don't really have any excuse. Look how much time I'm on my live stream and me hear one big word. I'm saying, oh, wait a minute, let me go look that up. I'm not afraid. You guys should be doing the same thing. Look up the word and see what the context of the argument is based off the word. Nothing is wrong with you doing that. You know what is sad? You not knowing the word, acting as if you do know the word, and then never get any understanding of what it means and the structure, the sentence, and what the person was trying to say. You are selling yourself short. It's stupid. Don't let your pride, don't make your pride hold you back. Now that you've learned the word, understanding the word that you didn't understand before, you have now empowered yourself moving forward. Simple. How you doing, Footer? Big up yourself.
Do you believe down the road? Because these ideas presented by yourself and Julian Roberts are credible ideas that are workable. We heard a lot of financial analysts, some who are even on their side saying that, look, these are workable. Between 2012 and 2016, you basically were the person behind crafting a lot of the legislation so as to sort out the tax system in Jamaica. And here we are now saying that there are a lot of leakages. Speak to us about what you did back then, so as the government now is collecting large amount of taxes, more than any other administration in Jamaica, and you are looking forward and saying that we can even map up more. Speak to us about that.
Yeah. So, when the PNP came back to office in the beginning of 2012, after the general election of late December 2011, we were faced with a situation of crisis because the JLP government had drawn down a massive amount of resources under an IMF program, which was designed to give them more resources up front. And they had a series of things that they were supposed to do to restructure the economy and get Jamaica out of its problems, its public debt problems. And they didn't deliver on any of it. So the program collapsed. They lost the election by a landslide. And we came into office facing those problems. It took Peter Phillips and Portia Simpson Miller a year to try and restore credibility with the international financial community. And in fact, it was the Congressional Black Caucus, with whom Sister P had a strong relationship, Maxine Waters and others, who marched down to the IMF on Christmas Eve, I believe, of 2012, to persuade Madame Lagarde, who was the managing director of the IMF at the time, to give Jamaica another chance. And she did. And so we entered.
I did not know that part. Shout out to the Black Caucus in America that did that for the Jamaican people on behalf of Mama P. I did not know that. You're telling me that the people marched down on Christmas Eve and asked Miss Lagarde to give Jamaica a chance? And she did not regret it now, did she? Mama P and the People's National Party really pulled it off for Jamaica. Shout out to Mama P, brother, for that. No joke. Shout out to her.
A very difficult program, a challenging program, which required us to do a number of things up front, including things like a debt restructuring, a consensual debt restructuring, and some tax measures and so on, and then to deliver on a program of reforms, what they call structural benchmarks. That's what the IMF program refers to these reforms as, all with fixed dates attached to them. So I remember I had, I think, over 13 pieces of legislation that because I was the Minister of Justice in the government, and I was charged with the responsibility of delivering on the legislative program, which was a major part of what Jamaica was committed to. So there were the financial metrics, various ratios that we had to certain primary surplus targets and so on that Dr. Phillips as Minister of Finance had to deliver. And then there were all these structural benchmarks, which I had to deliver on. So I was very determined not to fail at that. So I got to work with the team, the Chief Parliamentary Council and other members of the Office of Parliamentary Council, the Attorney General's Chambers, Legal Reform and others, and we just got the work done.
Do you know that Ralston Hyman was a member of that team, ladies and gentlemen? So when you hear Ralston Hyman coming to talk about what needs to be done, he has lived through those things. I understand that was a grimy time. They did have to work hard Ralston Hyman was a member of that team that he's talking about. Believe. You hear him say about the technocrats then? It's outside people, you know. It's not necessarily people. You're part of the PNP. No, independent minds that know what they know. The subject, the topic, subject topic, right? The situation with the economy, how they need to get certain things done, like the 7.5 surplus. That's one of the reasons why they had to go to the $11.4 billion. If you get that temporary for 4 years, if you have that 7.5 surplus. It's all in the articles. I mean, on the IMF, it's there. I have it on my computer right now.
And we passed those various acts of parliament all on time, and we passed every test. And even elements of those were tax related. So we amended the
So hold on. Marky G had to craft policy and laws that had a time frame on it. Yeah, that's how they came up with EPOC. They had a time frame on it. So not only did they say we needed to do this, they told you a date to do it. IMF now play, brother. Yeah, people used to say Ralston Hyman was a labor right. And that's because he used to burn out the finance minister. But in the end, what the finance minister for do, he man have to go suburbs and lift off his cap and salute the man. Because the man proved himself. That's what journalists is supposed to do. Right? Put pressure upon the man them based off of them expertise and them belief and them information. If you man them do better. And when the man them do better, you salute them. Jamaica, I'm tell you something. If Andrew Holness did really do good for the country, I would have big him up. Yeah, would have big him up. But you see the games them, how you doing decade, how are you see that? You see the games them where Andrew Holness play, it has gotten so old. Like it's like we know all of the play. You understand what I say? So him can't fake anything anymore around we. We have to see right through the games. Right through. We know some not genuine. You can't see it. It's not genuine.
Act to introduce what's called the asset CUDA system, which is a kind of a digital system, an ecosystem that runs the port now. It's an internationally acclaimed system, and Jamaica adopted that, and customs revenues have significantly improved since then. We also amended various tax laws, the Revenue Collection Act and the Revenue Administration Act, to impose various new requirements that would improve tax collection. And the raft of measures, including the introduction of the RISE system, which is I can't remember what that acronym stands for, but it's Revenue Administration something. But that has really made a huge difference. So if you track on a graph Jamaica's revenue collections since 2013 and up to the present day, and you track GDP growth, nominal GDP growth, and you track inflation over that period, you'll see that the highest line by far is the tax collection line. Jamaica's rate of increase of tax collection over that period since we implement those reforms has been higher than inflation and has been higher than nominal GDP growth. And that is why they've been able to say no new taxes, although they did implement new taxes.
Yes.
Wow. Jamaica, want to hear that? Again, is what the PNP did. The labor right them I live off of. And then I use reverse psychology for put it on the PNP but no new taxes when they did collect new taxes. These guys are diabolical, you know? Them diabolical, you know? Yo, them cool.
With the 1.5 minute reform has been higher than inflation and has been higher than nominal GDP growth. And that is why they've been able to say no new taxes, although they did implement new taxes.
Yes.
Because with the $1.5 million promise that they used, and they said would be paid for without any new taxes, which was a lie, they proceeded to impose over 30 billion of new taxes over a 2-year period in order to pay for the $1.5 million promise. So, you know, but they have not since then imposed new taxes, or certainly not net new taxes, but revenues have grown faster than inflation and faster than nominal GDP growth. So they haven't had to, because the reforms that were implemented have been so successful at generating, even in a sluggish economy, because the economy has been sluggish under the JLP for 10 years. The average rate of GDP growth in Jamaica has been around 1%. I think slightly less than 1%.
0.8%.
There you go.
Opposition leader.
There you go. So despite the fact that our economy is not performing well, it's it's puttering along in a fairly stagnant situation. Nevertheless, the revenues available to the government and the fiscal space that has provided has been very significant. So we have a track record of delivering on effective tax reform. And they try to maintain that we love to tax people. But if you look at it, we're the ones who reduced GCT from 17.5% to 16%. We're the ones who reduced personal income tax and company income tax from 33.3% to 25%. And we introduced the employee tax credit, which allows a company that is compliant with its statutory deductions for its workforce and so on. They can get
F1, guys.
That
F1.
can take their effective tax rate down to 17%.
F1.
And it encourages compliance and it encourages employment.
F1.
So
F1.
it's a very clever system that was devised, not by us, by the private sector working.
Send more restriction.
We adopted it and implemented it. I remember in legislation committee drafting out those provisions with the technocrats, which are now in the law, along with the fiscal responsibility framework in its current form, which ensures that when they talk about good economic management, that has build sustainability and reduce the public debt.
Yeah.
That is in the law. That is not a discretionary thing.
And it was in the law, it was put in the law in the portion since civil administration.
That's correct. I was the person in the legislation committee chairing it. I remember the algorithm that is in the 5th schedule to the Financial Administration and Audit Act, which is a complex equation that sets out how much, when you look at all the different variables, economic variables, what is the outcome, and there's a target of 7.5% of GDP primary surplus. And that was legislated. So a Minister of Finance doesn't have room for maneuver when it comes to running fiscal surpluses to pay down the debt. It was in the law that they had to do it, and they had to do it.
But tell me this, opposition leader.
That's important to remember, guys. It's not that the Jamaica Labour Party is fiscally disciplined. They're forced to be fiscally disciplined through the law that Mr. Mark Goley was integral in passing under the Mama P administration. Anytime you are the best, them report the lie. But I'm not even over here slandering anybody. We're just talking about the truth of the matter and the facts. You know what I'm saying? So it's it is what it is, man. We already know.
What has the present administration put in place to improve those tax measures that were put in place under the last PNP administration since 2016?
They haven't done much on the tax compliance side of things. I mean, the establishment of TAJ, Tax Administration Jamaica, as a semi-autonomous revenue body, that legislation was done by us during that period. I mean, critical services that are needed, we're going to need a period of time to put other measures in place. A lot of pushback and so on. I'm not sure the political will to support this wasn't manifest. So,
we couldn't do this interview, opposition leader. And if you're just joining us, everybody, welcome to Portland Spice. We're talking.
Listen this question, and this is how I'm going to close tonight. Cause I see TikTok I go out with the most, and them say them don't approve. Remember Bolo, them not like to hear the truth. Not true, Ivan. You got your nice clean self, mama.
Jamaica's opposition leader, Mark Jefferson Bolin, and president of the People's National Party.
But I have to wrap up shortly because
yes, but that's why I said we couldn't do this interview without talking about the Cuban doctors in Jamaica. Talk to us about that. What are your views?
My views are, it's tragic. Jamaica has a 50-year relationship with Cuba. The government of Cuba and the government of Jamaica have a bilateral agreement whereby Cuba provides doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals to Jamaica. It has been very, very helpful to the Jamaican people. They have filled gaps in our health system, and those gaps are gaps where the most vulnerable Jamaicans are the ones who suffer. And so the Cuban doctors have been in the more remote health centers. They have provided eye surgery facilities to give people who need their cataracts removed or other eye surgeries can get them done free of cost, and so on. It has been a tremendous benefit to the people of Jamaica over the 50 years. The U.S. government under the current administration is very hostile to Cuba. That's a well-known fact. And yes, they have brought pressure on countries like Jamaica and many countries that have benefited or were benefiting from bilateral arrangements with the Cuban government. What I object to was the fact that I don't know what that pressure was, okay? Because I'm not in the meetings where those discussions are taking place.
And you were never contacted for any question, any suggestion?
Zero. They don't really deal with us, you know.
Yeah, but Prime Minister is budget.
Jamaica, you hear that? Them not really deal with us, you know. The Jamaica Labour Party, anything what's going wrong in the country, don't mix up PMP. Them not deal with the PMP, they not listen to them. Them not take the ideas, them when they give them, they not run the country down in the ground like how them feel like to run it. Don't get it twisted.
Presentation asked, what would you have done?
What I would have done, I would have worked out with the US government what exactly their concerns are. And I would have gone to the Cuban government and said, these are the concerns. Some of them may be worth looking at and see how we could restructure the program. And to the extent that there were some issue, if there was some issue or issues that were irreconcilable, then I would have said to the US, we can't just terminate this program like that. This program is delivering critical services that are needed. We're going to need a period of time to put other measures in place before we can bring this to an end. That was not done. So the government of Jamaica terminated this thing unilaterally. I have spoken, I am aware that the Cubans were still it was taking, the discussions were protracted, but they had not been brought to a close. And the government of Jamaica decided to just end it and ended the program. And they ended it in circumstances where there's nothing in place to replace those doctors. So
Jamaica, did you hear what the leader said? Leader said, I'm not a part of those discussions with the United States. However, whatever the United States has said to me, I would go back to the Cubans and let them know, listen, these are the concerns which we're taking a look at and see what we can do, right? If it does not work out with that actual diplomatic negotiation between the United States and Cuba with Jamaica in the middle, Marky G said, listen, I would go to the United States and let them know, well, this is really a critical program in terms of the nation's health, and it is not possible for us to jeopardize our citizens' health. That is counter the pledges that we made when we went into office. So understandably, I'm going to need some time to, replace the Cubans. Jinka people, isn't that reasonable? Isn't that a sound leader right there? Making sure that him defend the people them in terms of them health, because them knows them can't jeopardize them health. And you honest them just jeopardize the people them health, boop, and have no replacement Jamaica. When you hear what the man saying what I do? One Marky G.
So people who were relying on it for their eye surgeries, they're not going to get their eyes sorted out. People who relied on the nurses and Cuban doctors and nurses in the facilities that they go to for healthcare, they're going to suffer because those services are no longer available and nothing has been put in place to replace them.
Wow.
So the government has mismanaged the situation, and the Jamaican people are going to suffer as a result of that mismanagement. I'm not saying it was an easy situation to deal with, but I think that the wrong approach was taken, and I see where Mexico has said they're not terminating their arrangement.
Yeah, I saw that.
So maybe that was an option as well. I don't know, because as I said, I'm not party to discussions between the government and the US administration about this, and I don't know what was being said. But there are examples of others who have withstood that pressure, and so,
Jamaica was put on.
Andrew, Maggie G, them a bitter water. Them a bitter water.
A lot of pressure in the 70s when our leader, Michael Mann, stood with the Cubans. You think Andrew Holness was afraid of the repercussions and what it may cost Jamaica and Jamaica?
I do. I think Andrew Holness has an opportunistic nature and is not really somebody who stands on principle.
Rush, you hear that? You look like Tickums asleep, so Tickums, you hear that? Jamaica, when I look, the man said Andrew Holness have an opportunistic nature. He doesn't really have any principle. Where's the lie? Where's the lie, Jamaica? Decade or go on. Where is the lie?
And is not really somebody who stand up.
Jamaica than Jamaica.
I do. I mean, I think Andrew Holness has an opportunistic nature and is not really somebody who stands on principle. His views shift to what is convenient. So I think from his perspective, he would have said, well, this is a PNP program from the 70s coming through.
That should do it.
I mean, no, he would have recognized that it was useful and that's why it was maintained, from government to government since then. But I think he would have been saying, boy, I'm not going to go out on a limb and defend this thing too hard. If we will move on from it. I get that's the impression that I get of what the attitude towards it was. And I think it's unfortunate because I think it was a very beneficial program for Jamaicans. And it ought to have been dealt with in a much more, I would say, serious way to ensure that whatever fallout happened was managed better. And to the extent that the positions being taken were not rational or reasonable, we should have, diplomatically and respectfully pointed that out. Because, for example, the argument that the Cuban government was the recipient of the funds under the program, that's a non-argument because Jamaican government outsources many things to companies that provide labor and the workers are not paid by the government, though the government receives the services of those workers. So that model is fully embedded in our economy generally. And even in international matters, for example, when Jamaica contributes soldiers to UN peacekeeping arrangements, the UN pays Jamaica, as I understand it. Their soldiers don't get paid directly. So, that to me was a herring that they put forward. And the thing about the passports, as I understand it, that was resolved. So I don't know whether there was really any solid basis for bringing this into it.
Finally, comrade leader, and I'll call you comrade leader this time because this is a political question. Speak to us about your political future.
Yeah, look, I'm here to serve. I was, elected president of the party. We did well in the 2024 local government elections. I believe we won those by any objective test. We got more votes than the Jamaica Labour Party.
And more seats.
More councils.
Yes.
We had more divisions. We got the major councils, equal number of mayors, but major ones, KSAMC, St. Catherine, Portmore.
You guys remember that local government election? They still have not declared PNP the winner, And Pastor Peter Chambers is said, they will never declare it, it cannot be declared.
Etc. And then in the general, we showed significant improvement. So although we didn't win, the party is on a trajectory towards victory. So it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do after the election. I was obviously very disappointed.
Yes.
And others were as well. But there was no real momentum for people telling me, boy, it's time to step down. To the contrary, everybody was pressuring me to stay. So, I took that on board and I've been reflecting on that.
Jamaica, when you hear that, the support to Mark Golding, people are telling themselves, stay, don't go no way. And I support that call. Yes, I do. Sure do.
And the reality is that we continue to play an important role in the Jamaican democratic system. And we have some good ideas that we think are relevant and need to be adopted. And as long as I am needed or embraced and people want me there, I'm going to make myself available. I'm not holding on to this tenaciously for the sake of my own personal ego or anything. That's not what it's about. I'm here because the people in the party tell me that they don't want to see any change at this time. The party has been operating in a cohesive way. We've seen the positive results. They want me to stay, and I'm prepared stay on, because
and nobody has challenged Andrew Holness twice, so we don't want every time we reach a general election there's a new leader we're trying to blood. So I am endorsing you staying and taking us into the next general election.
well, thank you for your expression of confidence, and yeah, I mean that's the plan, and I think we have to figure out why we didn't win last time, you know, and why we came close, but it wasn't close enough, and you know, some of the answers to that are things that we probably can't even discuss on a program like this, because we know what we were up against, you know.
And we have our space where we discuss these things.
That's right. That's right.
Current leader, opposition leader of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Bolo, let me thank you this morning for taking the time out to be with us.
Jamaica, when you hear that, you know what Marky G talk about? The thiefing. The thiefing. Yes. And that him talk about, but you can't discuss it upon them. You understand? You have to discuss that in them. Yes. But Mrs. Donna Scott Martley has to take the cake, ladies and gentlemen. She has to take
Economically.
She's taking us into the close.
What is oppression, Senator Sinclair?
What is oppression?
Is oppression seeing a No, we need to debate it, you know, because it is not remote that we might have to face it. Because if democracy means that you can look at a country and decide you like it and you want it for yourself, then that is a dangerous path. If democracy means that you can dictate who the governments, I am just posing a scenario. I am just asking you what democracy is. And I'm asking you to contemplate. So, you know, it's a year ago, exactly 1 year ago, March 27th, Marco Rubio visited Jamaica, exactly 1 year ago. On that occasion, the Prime Minister said that the Cuban program was in conformity with our labor laws. I breathe a sigh of relief because I know what the Cubans do for this country.
Yes.
I know that they serve in remote communities. I know that they do, even in the last week that they were here, because they were scheduled to leave on March 20, they extended their time and they did 20 eye surgeries per day. Now, in addition to doing all these eye surgeries, they provide critical cancer care. They also have a technical team that fixes their equipment, so there's never any downtime. And I will say that the Prime Minister said of the People's National Party, what would you do? I would ask of the Prime Minister, when you were negotiating this, when you were discussing it, did you negotiate a replacement for the Cubans who were going to leave? Did you decide that you were going to fill the vacuum? Because we're talking about March 2025, when obviously what was spoken was not what was being discussed. And so, if you don't negotiate a relief, if you're not getting something in return for giving up something, then I think you are a very poor negotiator.
Wow. Poor negotiator, Jamaica. Negotiator, they did not negotiate on behalf of the sick people in Jamaica that needs the health care services from the Cubans. They didn't negotiate on the at all. There was no negotiation. They got nothing. Nothing. It's either they didn't care or whatever. Right?
CVM. But let me tell you this. If you will just give me Claude McKay's poem, Senator Thompson. I don't know if you like poetry. I do. It says, if we must die, let it not be like hogs, hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, making their mock of our cursed lot. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die, so that our precious blood will not be spent in vain. So even the monsters we defy shall be constrained to honor us, though dead. There is a place for principle, and people actually respect you when you demonstrate principle and integrity. When you are compliant and submissive and subservient, trust me, they will only take more advantage of you, because that is the psychology of human behavior. If it pleases you.
With that, the weak Jellyback government was exposed by that very statement of Donna Scott. Andrew Holness is not only crawling on his belly and his administration. They don't have a backbone. Whenever I see a jellyfish yet, it's just jelly. They're not even crawling, they're trying to wiggle themselves on the ground. Anytime the USA comes in the room, them dip on the ground and wiggle and I try to look up on them like so. You know them look jelly like fish that would turn sideways and have one eye over there, so yeah man. I saw them a wiggle up on the ground in Jamaica. Them can't stand up, they don't have no backbone. Them not have no backbone at all. They say 5 MPs, including the Prime Minister, is wanted for what? So they make a deal with Trump. No, listen. Bad ninja. You don't make a deal with Trump. Trump tell you what to do. And if you do it, you do it. And if you don't do it, whatever I'm off by you, him do it. It's not a deal. You understand? Go read up what is the power of a jellyfish. Well, that is interesting. You know some weak jellyback then. Let me see where I say jellyfish power. If you talk about them can attack you when you're underwater, you know that. With them electricity. It says here, jellyfish possesses extraordinary biological superpowers, near instant regeneration in limbs, intense venom secretion, and bioluminescence. Some species can clone themselves, while the Teratopsis marine considered biologically immortal by reversing its aging process. They also exhibit advanced non-brain-based learning. There's a fully dance. Like, but they are read up what John said a while ago. Yeah. But them are some weak jellyback. Jellyfish was probably the wrong reference, although them brainless. They have a brainless intelligence. That's what it says right here, not my word. They have a brainless intelligence. That's crazy. They exhibit an advanced non-brain base. Wow. That is my time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm tired. Today is Sunday, and I don't know. Thank you. Oh, Ivan wanted to come up. Lord have mercy. Hi, Ivan. How are you, my darling? Good morning. Yes, how are you? Awesome. But you sound like you cook Sunday dinner already.
Well, you know what I say.
Mighty God. Are you one of them good woman there? Cheese and peas in the early
Yes, I'm
morning.
going to have to finish by 9 o'clock tomorrow to go to church.
Okay, we know them way them man. So my mother used to do it too, you know. Yes man, late night up in the Saturday there and then you don't know. She gone after church. And when she come back, everything done in a less than half an hour or hour.
I understand. Me, I done everything before we go to church tomorrow.
Yes. Alicia, how you doing, Alicia? Yeah man, I wrap up and now man. I have to go on to bed. I dip on the road
I
from
think myself and
morning.
continue good work. Why can I tell you?
Yes. Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate it.
Never from people like you, Jamaica will sink.
Why?
And why then you see one of us scandal? This grace.
Yeah. It really bad. I thought it was so bad. I thought that the Jamaican people would have woken up on September 3rd, you know, and send a strong signal to the Jamaica Labour Party, you know.
You understand?
Say we are not gonna tolerate the thievery and the skullduggery and the corruption. You understand? But you know, hey.
You wonder if the people who say that at them all of the corruption on earth. And you know the hospital system gone down. Education gone down. Road gone down. People are going to hospital now, nothing in there. Nothing in the hospital literally help. Every minute they enter, they reach on the hospital and you see a day.
Yeah,
nothing in there. They are nothing in there to help you.
Hey Samuel, you will go to the hospital with a minor injury and come out to, you know, end up in the mark.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
And they don't understand that we as Jamaican people, Mr. Earth, all of the missing money, all of the corruption, as the Mr. Earth.
For real, man.
Could you stop one place?
For real. But you know, like I said, I can't go on my bed now. I'm tired. I'm really tired.
Take care and continue good work. Go and rest.
Alright, mama, bless up.
Alright, pick up yourself.
All
Yeah,
right.
man, cool.
We don't know I look like undefeated rush fall asleep. And Dior. I don't know what of them look like they fall asleep. No, son, later y'all people pick up on yourself. Pick up on yourself. Later. The word is love, yeah? Yeah man, big up everybody on the life, big up everybody who did pass through before. So many people. Big up all of my gift to them, big up all of me, what you call, you know, my fan club members, thank you, big up all of my, David, big up yourself, David, Andel, big up yourself, big up all of my members on YouTube. If you see the membership option or the super chat option guys, you know, or the gift option on YouTube, please explore them and, you know, choose which way you would like to bless up the platform, or you might want to try all the ways to bless up the platform. Whatever you choose, you know, the options are there, the pinned comment is there, all of that good stuff. Again, I want to say thank you to the wonderful angel that reached out to me and bless up the Zelle. That person had to be either on YouTube or TikTok that took my number and bless up the Zelle. I gave her the Zelle information and she blessed up the Zelle. Shout out to the Sun Goddess. Big up yourself. I'm just going through some of the people that are actually watching right now. Pauline, big up yourself. Empress Norma, Tessa. Bless up everybody upon the live, you know? Wow, what this person say? Yeah man, JLP mashing up all corruption and crime in Jamaica. Oh. Janet, big up, Skolga, Nick, Dr. Lester Lewis, Lady Andrea, Hazel Brown, Drew, Destined for Greatness, Jamie, Gwendolyn Williams, one Check Boss, big up one Check Boss, Judith Godso, Pix Gainer, Bike Boy XX, UNC Z, Roger Williams, Roscoe Delroy, Undefeated Rush, Christopher Lewin, Royal Larry, Carvel Welcome, Veronica Pam, Mel's, Bad Ninja, Teresa Jackson, Beverly Pazel, Roger Moore, Andel, Sidoma, David 77 User, Des, Thomas Viviet, Joan Richard Fiscal, Samuels, Angel 55, Up Top Boss, Tommy, Angela, Edwards, Blossom Powell, David, I am Coley, Hughes, Pamela Donovan, Joy, 1 2, Ivan Wilson, of course. Thank you for coming on. Thank you, Undefeated. Rush as well, County Clock, One Stop, WSG, Roy, Tickums, and Uncle Mark, OG. Respect and manners to each and every one of you, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. Have yourself a wonderful day. That's my time, and I'm out. Body sand, that me knows.